Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your envious Game Master Tom, and this is adventure number 38. We continue our wonderful, relaxing tour of Thave as we are deep within the tomb of Kenet, a short little side dungeon that has turned into a massive multi-session epic battle. We spent all of the last adventure fighting, and now they are finally toe-to-toe with the Jagged Witch Kenet herself. This has been intense. Everyone's been looking forward to it, kind ofly dreaded, in a positive maybe way. We'll see. We have some hero points I want to make sure we clarify here across the table. So everyone starts with a hero point. Who has an extra one that's saved over? We've got Galen, we've got Jericho, and we've got the wizard Zaldor. So we do a hero point will stay over if you get it within the last hour of the last session. Otherwise, they don't stay over.
Come on, Kenet. Have any?
Oh, no. They all got stolen from me. Yeah.
The with us today is Clay God joining us in the audience. Without us today is Derek, our technician. He is away, and Jeremy is filling in for him. We are gonna, I think, just get right into this. So let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
We descended into the tomb of Kenet after a huge gauntlet of going after different levels of specters and going through walls. We finally made our way down. And even though it was an encounter that we thought we could just get to her, turns out, even in death, Kenet has guardians. She had skeletal mages and forgotten witches and an entire series of fountains of blood that were around her. From previous knowledge that we received, an understanding of how the blood magic works, once we fought our way dangerously through all of these different guardians, each of the heroes was able to place their hands in one of the 5 fountains of blood, which changed the magic of the tomb. There was an impenetrable field around the sarcophagus of Kenet that now all of the heroes were magically teleported into, and any other place that we wanted to get to is barred off by itself. So here we are, exhausted, dazed, some of us wounded, not even all of us conscious, and we are finally face to face with the specter of Kenet, where she expects we will meet our doom. So from there, let the adventure begin. Begin!
As the heroes plunge their hands into the blood pouring from the fountains, their vision goes dark. Moments later, they blink the darkness away and find themselves standing beside a foreboding sarcophagus. The spectral form of Kenet rises from the coffin, her ghostly face contorted in anger. She raises her twisted spectral hands dripping with blood.
You dare to enter the tomb of Kenet? And for what? Seeking riches? Glory? Some holy quest? No. You have fallen into my web!
Yannick readies his fashard, casts a look over his shoulder, and rallies his friends.
On your feet, heroes. The witch is what we came for. Grab your weapons and steel yourselves for battle.
Kenet grins as other ghosts appear in the shadows.
I will spill your blood across this floor. I will taste of your lives, and the warmth of your flesh will give me back my mortal form.
Galen, Geggy, stay close. Everyone else, spread out.
You thought to come here to slay me, but you only came here to die.
Yannick stands side by side with the rest of his allies, grim looks of determination across their faces.
This is it, heroes. If this is our last stand, let it be one that echoes through the halls of eternity. Do not falter. Do not fear. For we are shields that guard Varen, the blade that strikes down evil. Give her everything you have and fight!
All right, so we are in a fresh new battle in a cordoned off section of the previous tomb. So this is the northern part of the area. It's roughly a rectangle of ruined stone and debris, darkenish chamber. There's a sarcophagus in the middle section with a fire urn just nearby, some monument statues kind of overlooking it. Surrounding it are some of these holy white moats. There's 5 of them in a big, broad, huge circle that are been sent by the goddess Carahel. Touching these, Yannick has said that anyone who has touched these, he's given the option, will gain a hero point that can be used to a maximum of 3 collected or on you at any one time.
Except Hemlock.
Except Hemlock, right? We have our 6 heroes arranged in the center of this map. Behind you are force fields, so it's kind of inverted from the previous section of the battle. Her sarcophagus was protected by an impenetrable force field, and now it's flipped around. You cannot leave that large area to go somewhere else. So we have our 6 heroes in a rough kind of line with, who is it? Geggy and Jericho in a kind of a back 2, and the other 4 heroes in a front 4.
I did say Geggy and Galen with me.
Yeah, but you were talking to Geggy, and Geggy's unconscious. You're not fully aware of the situation, apparently. Or perhaps...
You're like patting the backs of nobody that's there.
Yeah.
Like, we got this.
In front of them all is Kenet, a large form, a spectral lady whose image I'm going to hit show players. You should be seeing that now. Dark, purplish robes, magical, ghostly, shadowy, dripping form within. She is impressive. Around her, you can see it is not that swirly effect. That's just for show on the map. But around her, you can see there is a 10-foot aura around her of more of these swirls. So those of you getting close, be aware of that. To her right and to her left are 2 of the forgotten witches as well. So that is our current situation. Oh, that is not our current situation. We have some status effects of the group. Alan, you've been tracking this. Give us a rundown of where everyone's at.
You want both health and status, or just the one?
Give us the rundown of how good the situation is.
Well, our lovely Pixie Geggy is currently napping, but not by choice. And is cursed with a dazzle effect, which does some things and could get worse. Zaldor, doing very well, almost at full health.
Feeling great.
Does have still put on before this fight an ointment that if he does get damaged could start to give him some small healing. He does, though, have this stupefied condition that gives him about a 20% chance of any of his spells failing.
Bold move. See how it plays out.
Jericho is down 60 of his 85 health points and has acid continually eating away at him, which seems not awesome. Yannick is at 44 out of 114 hit points and also has this dazzled condition, makes it a little harder for him to swing and hit at things. Hemlock is doing fine. Just down a few hit points. Other than that, just great. Galen, of course, is collecting conditions like Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
He's down somewhere around a third of his hit points are gone, roughly, somewhere around there. But he is cursed with this dazzled condition. He's enfeebled, so he's a little weaker. He is fatigued and wounded. It's rough.
All right.
Also a little hungry.
Hangry, maybe?
Hangry?
Yeah.
So Zoldar's walking in the midst of this going, does this look infected to you?
All right. Thank you for that update.
Oh, on top of that, we should mention Zaldor fairly bupkis on the spells.
Zero
spell
spell
slots.
Oh, yeah.
For those who know how the game works,
You
the
just
spell
has,
slots
just
are,
has some flaccid cantrips available.
and the healer, who's here to keep everyone alive, has a pair of spell slots left.
How many total spell slots do you normally
The
have?
cantrip.
I normally have 11.
Okay, now
Of those, I have 2.
now you're down to
One
2.
of the biggest and one of the babiest.
Okay. All right. There's one more visual I forgot to mention. There are some other guests here at this party.
dragon,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ghostly figures that are blood mirages that are quietly sitting on the outskirts of the battle in a wide circle, and they are not part of our initiative.
Huh.
There we go.
Y-E-T.
Any questions, concerns, final thoughts before we begin and roll initiative?
113 of the first 2.
38 episodes. We made it 38
Yeah.
episodes. So it was a good run.
Cheers, gentlemen.
We get a shirt.
Speaking of which,
Right here to all of you.
in particular for tonight,
What doesn't kill you gives you XP. Nice shirt.
let's find out how this goes down.
Okay.
Good luck to everybody except for Tom.
What?
It'll be fine. Everything's fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine.
All right, we are rolling initiative, and here we go.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh no, wait, hold on.
That green line's
We're
at
not.
an
We're not in.
inappropriate
We're not in
spot.
order.
Okay.
We're not in order. Back it up.
Still
Oh,
not
God,
great.
she's
Did I
still
say
36.
36? Well, shit.
36. So Al Kenet is first with a 36 initiative. Geggy the Unconscious, your new title, is second.
I'm lightning fast.
And then who's that? Galen, then the Forgotten Witches, then the rest of the heroes.
19, 18, 17,
16
16.
for
Come
the
on.
rest. Yeah. Actually, we're going to flip that around.
Lowest first. I like it.
So Jericho got an 18. That's nice.
There is
So on a
a.
tie, heroes go first.
Yeah, I'm going to put you guys
I see.
before the. I'm going to put, who is that? Hemlock before the
Hemlock.
Forgotten Witches.
You're saying there's a chance.
All right.
Oh, I got a 20.
Floppy hat, floppy.
So,
32. I don't feel so bad.
Al Kenet immediately points at Galen
Mhm.
and says, "That one," and points to the other side at the unconscious pixie, and that one, and sends each of her 2 forgotten witches at those 2 who will attack in just a little bit. She herself puts a hand over towards the wizard, Zaldor.
Oh, no.
And spends 2 actions pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and Zaldor just kind of stands there, looks behind him as the blood mirage comes flying right past him and tries to pass through him, and it is absorbed by Al Kenet.
Oh, God.
And you must dodge out of the way of this wraith that she is absorbing. It passes through you, but can your body withstand it? So it's not a dodge. This is a fortitude save.
Oh, shoot.
28.
Dodging would have been so much better. Huh. It is my first roll of the night, so if I roll a natural 1, that doesn't actually count, right? No, it does.
It will, and I'll let you know. You will take 33 damage if you fail.
Okay. So a critical fail would be double that,
Yes.
probably. All right.
66.
I will spend my hero points for my very first roll.
Do you have omen points? I'm just putting that out.
I have an omen point.
Just
I'm going to
putting
use
it-
the omen points. Zelda's never had to use.
useful even unconscious.
So you're rolling 2 dice with
2
advantage
dice.
and taking the best.
Never used my dragon omen points before. Let's see how this works. One of them is a 7. The other one is an 18, which gives me a total of 30.
Whoa! You went from 66 to 16 points of void damage.
That is excellent improvements.
Wow.
Thank you, Gaggy.
And I think I heard you just say you've got 2 more of those omen points.
I do, in
All
fact.
right.
Wow.
Thank you, Luminara.
What?
She gave us all three.
She gave us
points.
3 omen points. This was the first time.
3?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was 1.
No.
I'm only listening to the clay god, the audience member. I trust him.
If I have a hero point,
Well,
I
I'm
can make it
changing
an
my
omen
numbers.
point.
I thought it was
3 times.
3 times.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That's so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I still
That's
only.
great.
I'm just gonna say
Have
Jericho
one
didn't get
hero
any of those. Hemlock, did you get
Hemlock
any?
did not get any
No?
of those. No.
Oh, that's odd.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Can we cry out to Luminara? Never.
Yeah, spares.
And she is going to ready her next 2 actions. She spent 2 to pull that Void Wraith, and that has now quickened her for a bit. So she has an additional action, and she's going to ready that action to strike if someone comes within striking distance of her.
How far is that?
She is done. It is Gegi's turn.
I'd like to delay my action.
Gegi will delay.
Great choice, Gigi.
It is Galen's turn.
Man.
If we all delay, the battle never begins.
Galen reaches into a pocket and grabs a hold of a bit of empowered esoterica and
You
attempts.
dare to touch such filthy accoutrement in my lair? I will rip your guts and feast on them, thaumaturge.
Again, is that in my head or you all? I don't. It's creepy. She's creepy. Oh.
Already my
Let's
action.
just keep going.
I'll delay.
I'll delay. That sounds good.
Just gonna power on through that. Yeah. So we will attempt to exploit vulnerability on the witch in front of me.
Okay.
Not Kenet, but the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, that is going to be a 30.
Is a success
Cool.
with all your blood witchery bonuses.
Yep.
Okay. So what the hell happens with a success? You learn its highest weakness. Yeah.
Yep.
You can either export mortal weakness. All right. You know some of this.
I believe I learned some of it last time as well.
All right. It has no weakness whatsoever. You learn its highest weakness, but not its other weaknesses you can exploit. So you can exploit mortal weakness or personal. So it would be personal antithesis then.
Great. So I exploit personal.
Or go through its resistance.
Which is what?
All damage 5, except for force, ghost touch, and vitality.
Okay. And I did not learn if it has any specific resistances, correct?
No, nothing about immunities, no.
Okay. All right. Then we will be using personal antithesis for that damage bonus, but Galen came into this fight with a scroll in his hand and will spend the next 2 actions to activate it.
Oh, what is said scroll?
This is going to be the Chromatic Ray spell attack roll.
One creature 30 feet. You send out a ray of colored light streaming towards your enemy.
So Galen casts that, and I believe that's going to be my occultism as an attack roll. Is that right?
I don't think so. I think it's your class.
Yes, it's class DC for sure.
Class, yes. So what is your class DC?
23.
This is an attack, so it's plus 13. So roll plus 13.
I'd rather have it my occultism.
Only because I'm the one driving the map. Should he be within 30 feet?
He needs to be within 30 feet.
So did he intentionally start at 35 feet away?
Oh, I'm not attacking Kenet. I'm attacking the blood witch in front of me.
That's 15 feet away. I withdraw all statements.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Overruled.
So rolling a plus 13 on this.
Yes.
26.
Is you strike with the chromatic ray. Roll a d4 to see the effect.
Okay. It's the one I didn't want. I'm not sure it's going to actually do anything. Poison, 25 damage. Must succeed at a fort save or be enfeebled for enfeebled 1 for 1 minute.
Okay, so 25 damage.
Yes.
Fortitude save or be enfeebled. Okay. Fort. A 16 is a fail.
Hey.
Okay, they are enfeebled 1 for a
Okay.
minute.
Nice.
I'll mark that.
And did it appear to do any damage to them?
25. You did 20 points of damage to them.
Nice.
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 That's 3 actions. I'm done.
Blasting with a ray. You are done. It is Hemlock's turn.
Yeah. Hemlock would like to spend a
Okay,
movement to go
just one.
south to get some cover behind this.
Because you are about as toe to toe with her,
I
Alcanet, as
don't
anyone
want to
is.
do that at
You're-
all.
10 paces.
No, I'll spend a whole movement to get a little,
I don't know what all that is.
little cover.
I don't know what all that is. Why is it doing the thing?
Yeah, it's saying you're spending 12 actions.
That might be a measure. Back, dip, tokens. Token. Oh, God.
Just move it. With
You're,
this.
you're going right behind
You're
the...
going
Yeah.
280 feet.
Awesome.
Might have a little bug there. I got you.
Cool, thank
And
you.
I will fire upon the Jagged Witch.
Herself. Go for it.
Just peters out.
With a 34.
34 is a strike.
Nice.
Just
Just a hit?
just a hit.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Spectral form.
12 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Some of that goes through.
We'll do it again.
Okay. Bang. Second shot
And it's 16 to hit.
is a miss.
What?
Okay. All right. That was Hemlock. It is now.
Does her size incur a penalty?
No, they've got that built
Okay.
into stats otherwise, but no. All right. It is the Forgotten Witch's turn. There is one on the west side and is closest to Geggy. It flies over there with great speed.
Oh, dear.
Reaching out with hands. And it is going to do.
But I'm defenseless.
You are defenseless. You already have Void's Embrace Curse, right?
If you mean the dazzle, yes.
Okay, you are there. Okay. Which one?
Don't play with your food.
Yeah, I think they're just going to attack twice. Reaches out with a Wraith Touch and reaches out with a Wraith Touch. Good luck. So you're -6 to your AC.
-6.
Here we go. 24?
It's a hit.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
better
damage,
than it
damage
could've
doesn't
been.
matter then. So you are now dying. You were already wounded. 2.
Dying 3.
So you're dying 3.
Oh, my God.
Here comes the second attack upon Geggy. If this is a critical, Geggy is dead immediately. Going to dying 5. Here we go.
Why are you making the face?
Because it's not a green natural, but even with a -5 multi-attack penalty, I rolled a total of 30.
30 would be 120. That's a critical.
Really? What's your AC?
Minus is 25. -6 is 19. 11 difference from the number rolled.
Oh, my God. But you delayed your turn. You didn't
So I'm
even...
coming back.
You're coming back. Oh, my God.
Geggy, the ranger pixie, is no more and dies upon the ground. You are bleeding out. You're barely conscious. The wraith starts phasing its hands through your body. You look up and can see your heroes desperately fighting around you. You have a chance to say, gasp out some final word of whatever you would like, Geggy.
Probably something like, I see Thon. And
that is it.
Shit, man. Now I'm gonna just doubt myself all night.
So now we got to win for Christopher to see what a fourth character looks like in one season.
Oh.
They do keep getting slightly stranger each time, so I'm excited to see what's next.
And smaller.
Do my
every time.
I'm playing a capybara.
do my dragon rolls have any sentience of their own?
Your dragon roll?
The
Oh,
omen points.
The omen
Omen
points.
points.
Yeah.
From Luminara.
Can they be passed to other people who have used or lost them?
I think that's game breaking, but cool. So yeah. And we may need the help. Yeah,
So,
I think that's cool.
So 2 little motes just rise up out of Giggy's body and disseminate to whoever doesn't.
No. Let's do it this way.
Oh.
You control them, so you're still involved in the battle here. Whenever someone decides, you can make that happen.
All right.
When they spend a hero point, you convert it into an omen with double advantage.
That's fun.
Cool.
Okay.
You got the power.
Okay. We have another Forgotten Witch. She flies
good.
quickly over towards Galen. She is going to do the same? No, she's doing the other one. Grip of Fear. With 2 actions, she reaches into your chest, gripping your heart with a cold, icy grip. You need to make a will save, 24. Critically failing would not be ideal.
Please do not.
He is deep in thought.
Just making sure I got my numbers right because this is important.
Yes, it is.
It's a fail, but not a critical fail, and I have 2 hero points.
You will take 22 mental damage, and that's it. With that roll. 22 damage with that roll.
Takes me down pretty far.
A critical failure will be 44 damage and paralyzed for 1 round.
I don't think I can afford to roll again and maybe get a crit fail, so I think I'll eat it.
All right, taking 22 mental damage. That is the Forgotten Witch. Jericho sizzlingly takes some persistent damage. Was it 1d6?
Do I take it? I take it at the beginning of the round.
You take it at the start. You get to try and get rid of it at the
Roll
end.
6.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Some people call me that, but it's not technically
It's
accurate.
not true.
I want him to get rid of it. Is if he'll spend a hero point on it, I'll make it an omen point.
A hero point on my D6 roll.
No, you can do it when he tries to recover.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So for my turn, the first thing I'm going to do is I had already pre-decided even before that took away 1/4 of my current health points. I'm going to use 2 actions to do prestidigitation to try to clean off that.
There you go.
Because one of the things that they can do is tidy, clean an object of light bulkiness. So wherever that is, I'm going to try to clean that off.
Describe visually how that helps with the acid.
So there's acid eating into somewhere on me, and so this magic that I've used many a time to clean things off, including the armor that smelled like poop that our Sir Yannick is wearing. So that magic comes and it just sparkles across with a green earthen energy and just cleans something off. And my hand is shimmering over where that acid is burning through on me, and that green nature energy that I have is coming across, trying to pull that off and cleanse it away with magic.
All right, I like it. Go ahead and make an immediate chance to get rid of the acid with a 12 or higher flat roll.
Already, I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So you're
I am going to
casting
spend
spell of
a
simple
hero
green.
point because I need to get rid of this or it will kill me. So I'm going to spend that hero point to
And
get
it's
rid
now
of it.
an omen point.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
So
See
like
what
2
I can do
dice,
there.
taking the best.
I have a 16.
Okay.
Hey.
The
Nice.
acid is gone.
I'm gonna
And
take that.
again, where was the source of that? Was that one
That
of the
was a
skeletal
shot
mages?
from the skeletal
okay,
mage,
so
yeah.
that is likely not going to happen
the
again.
nat 20 hits.
Okay.
All right. I have
Yeah,
one action
more
left.
action.
I just saw something that, other than the giant lady that we've been coming here after, one other thing that's new, she just ate one of these people that's out on the side. And there's one behind me. I'm going to turn and look at it. I want to see if I can do a recall knowledge to figure out what this thing is that she just ate that's behind us and encircling us, what these green things are all around us.
Okay. They are low images of wraiths that cannot take any sentience on their own. They're after images, ghosts of the fallen. That is what you know, and I'll give you a bonus 10-foot step to the left to get out of that line direction between it and her and
All right.
you.
I will do so.
All right. Wizard Zaldor, just 15 feet to the south, you see the archer Pixie laying on the ground unconscious, swarmed by this wraith, reaches into her body with phasing hands, and then Geggy goes limp forever.
Horrified and doing anything I can to save poor Geggy, Zaldor will turn his back on Kenet that he was staring at and fire a force bolt.
Before you do that, I think we should have a new house rule. Again, it might help us here tonight as well. Heroes don't die very often. I think if a hero dies and there's room for it, everyone should gain a hero point to get pissed off and fight even harder.
Yes!
Let's do that.
We would agree.
I think that's pretty good.
Anger hero points.
Yes.
So do I get
one?
2 more from his other characters that died?
No.
Not retroactively available.
Zaldor reaches his hands deep inside of his robe and pulls out a small orb of like a kinetic power. So it's like a blue spinning sphere that he reaches and he crushes with one hand and says, "Be downed!" and casts a force bolt directly into the forgotten witch that killed Geggy just now for 8 points of force damage.
Okay. It takes all of it.
And with his jangly bracelets, Zaldor also runs a full 40 feet to the west, making sure he can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and lands not quite on the. Yes, he will stand on the moat of Carahel.
All right, there's a moat over there. You gain a hero point. Ding!
Ding!
It is the last person to go, and that is Sir Yannick.
That's an action.
Yeah. Yannick was starting to head towards Geggy, but sees the futility in that as he sees him go limp.
And maybe here's the massive groan from Galen.
Yeah, and will spin and head to the north of the Blood Witch that is engaged with Galen. So if I can get and flank with Galen, 25 feet would be ideal. Perfect. That works.
Apparently I tried to draw a wall. Let me undo my wall drawing.
Look at your surroundings, Yannick.
Movement collides with the wall.
There's something in the way. All right, I'll get it. Have it.
Thank you.
Check the walls.
I'm going to refresh.
See witches and death.
I see no
And
walls there.
Yannick will strike with the fish shard
All right.
at the Blood Witch.
It is off guard.
So that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Hits.
And that will be 13 points of slashing damage.
All right. A chunk of that gets through.
And then Yannick will trip this thing.
Oh, we have decided that that is possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Confusing.
And that's
Whoa!
athletics, is that correct?
You should have this memorized.
Oh, no, it's my second attack, I believe. It
is counts as an attack. You need a free hand, except you have a shard, right? Athletics versus reflex.
Total of 20, and it's again off guard.
Total of 20 is a fail.
Okay.
Hold. Is a fail. Okay. All right.
And that's all 3 of my actions.
It is a fresh turn.
Not too much to do there.
And Alkenet's going to move towards... Can she get flanking? She phases through some monument statue next to a sarcophagus and creates a flanking line on the other side of Sir Yannick.
I don't love that.
It's a conga line of flanking.
Not my favorite.
And she reaches out with a spectral hand to attack you. Your AC is -2 because you are flanked. 27 to hit.
It will hit, but only because I'm also +2 versus Kenet specifically.
Okay.
And my AC is 27 though, so -2 +2.
Oh, ended up the same. All
Gotta be the
right.
same.
18 points of damage.
Okay.
And she attempts to drain your life.
Oh, geez. That's not good.
Make a Fortitude 26 roll or become drained 1.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
Hey,
buddy.
buddy.
Ooh. All right, I will give you a choice, Holy Warrior. She's about to attack you a second time with this drain life. You can be resistant to the drain life effect, or you can become as resistant to her aura effect, which you haven't even dealt with yet.
I'll take aura effect.
Okay, aura does not apply to you whatsoever. She attacks a second time. And you may take an action as I rolled a red number of a natural 1 on my program here.
I
mean-
Kenet.
I can't be
The last thing you do, and it's all worth it.
The Fishard swings around and swipes down at Kenet.
Okay.
In fact, and that's a natural 20.
Yeah, buddy. Holy Warrior, let's go.
That is balance.
Impish.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
My weighted dice are a little too much tonight.
10, 16, 32,
Ooh.
32 with the Fishard.
Can I have my omen point hover around that for a bit?
32.
32. Oh, and because it's a critical, it's deadly as well. So we're going to add a D8,
Okay.
which would be 5 more.
So 37?
47.
Yeah.
Yeah.
37. All right.
Thirty-
The deadly doesn't double?
The deadly doesn't double.
It's
No.
on top. Almost all of that goes through, which is really bad for you, her higher ability to resist damage, but not with the critical hit. Holy moly. A huge blow. She shrieks in pain.
Howie.
Not what I was expecting.
You have no power here
Wow. Okay.
in your own tomb.
In your own domain and stuff.
I mean, you do have some power here.
All right. It is now, looks like Galen's turn. There's a witch between there's a line north to south. It's you, then there's a witch, then there's a knight, then there's a bigger witch.
All right.
Switch places.
Yeah, Galen runs around to the other side of Kenet to flank her.
You want to do that?
No, I do not.
Oh,
Seeing that the witch in front of me is still flanked, Galen will immediately strike. And is still dazzled, so needs to pass that check.
You have a dazzled eye?
I have a dazzled eye.
And you're going to get another attack on her as well. That's crazy.
Okay, so I passed that, and I rolled a 32 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Excellent.
Nice.
So that is 8 and 5 is 13 plus 15 is 28. Doubled is 52.
6.
56.
What?
Sorry. 56, yes. Oh, wait, sorry. -2. 54. 54 points of
Didn't
damage.
you have like some your esoteric on this?
Yeah, that's with the plus
Okay.
5 on that. Yeah.
That's yeah.
I'm dead. I'm supposed to just remind and tend people.
Would you describe how you decimate this forgotten witch between you?
Yeah, so Galen's sword glows with power as it knows the weaknesses of its enemies, and as it just crashes down through the temple, top to bottom, the wraith form just peels apart and disappears into shadows and wisps of smoke and darkness,
All right.
and squeals as it goes.
You can't take one of mine. Soon you shall join her in the depths of the hells.
You're next.
Galen says that, but he looks over his left shoulder and is waiting for the next forgotten witch to come racing towards him in the next moment. Well, you have more actions.
I do. That was action 1.
Jesus.
Keep up the good work.
Can you
Just, like, get on the other side?
right?
Yeah.
Can you scroll to the west? Okay. All right. I feel like you're all.
I'm way over here. You
You're
can
all
leave me
okay.
alone.
I'm hiding.
One,
Don't tell me
one
what.
action to draw a potion and one to drink. Is that
Yes, correct.
correct? Galen will do such and exhaust his final healing potion.
All right, drinking it up.
Healing potion lesser.
Let me know your numbers when you get them.
All right, as you're rolling that drink, we will have a gunslinger take a turn. Hemlock.
Can you use?
No.
No.
It's not great.
Use an omen point and roll it with advantage. You're healing.
I'd like to heal with
Am I gonna
advantage, please.
line it? Son of a bitch.
I only got 9 back from that.
I'm
What are you looking for?
Oh no, the down south. There's one of those spectrals I'm right in line with that probably shouldn't stay.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. I'll take I'll go 15 feet south, reload, and fire at the witch. Not at Alcanet, but the
Forgotten Witch.
Forgotten Witch to just kill Giggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just rub it in.
I want to make sure I'm specifying which one Forgotten Witch is left.
Gigi Slayer.
35.
Yeah.
Is a critical hit.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, the count begins. That's 20 at least. 30. 40? 900.
62.
I'm saying 40.
44 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
That's a pretty solid guess.
44. 44?
44.
All right. Big blow to the Forgotten Witch. It is now badly injured. Takes a huge blow, and you bounce it away from the corpse of Gegi.
That is my 3 actions.
Okay. It is its turn. It is pissed off at you, Hemlock, but still reluctantly flies across the chamber towards Galen. Let me double check its move. It takes 2 actions for it to get there, so it reaches out with a Wraith Touch with a 24 to hit Galen.
Oh, it just hits.
Oh.
How far away is it from
10
Yannick?
feet from you.
10 feet.
So, let me make sure I have.
You're going to get 3 attacks.
read
out of
this
turn.
right.
This is nuts.
Because I have ranged. Where's my ranged reprisal? Retributive strike. You protect your ally, strike your enemy. The ally gains resistance to all damage against trigger, and because it is ranged, I'm so sorry. I should know these things. Ranged reprisal. You can use retributive strike with a ranged weapon addition if the foe that triggered your reaction is within 5 feet of your reach, but not in your reach. And since I have reach of 5, and he's 10 feet away, that's within 5 feet of my reach. You can step to put the foe in your reach before making a melee retributive strike.
Okay.
So I can step in, provide also my resistance
Doesn't it mean that it is in your range now?
now.
So you don't have to step. Okay.
What is your Fashard's reach?
5 feet. So yes, so I can step,
Okay.
but yes, if it's 5 feet away, then it's naturally in my reach anyways. But otherwise, I can step, get it in my reach, give you
Do you
my...
want to step?
So you
Yes.
don't. Oh, you do.
I think
want
he has to because it's
Yeah.
his reach is just 5 is what he's
okay.
saying.
So you are now 9 resistant to that through the retributive.
14 void damage came in, minus 9 is 5 points of
I'll take
damage.
it. Thank
That
you.
is huge champion
That's a big
goodness.
save.
And then it's going to take a Fashard to the face.
We'll see about that.
That's
Natural
going
Not
to
far.
be a total of 33 to hit.
That's a hit.
Wow.
You're making an example of everything here.
Almost some
15,
goodness.
right? Yeah. It's going to be 16 points of damage.
All right. Another nice blow. It is now near death again.
Well struck, Sir Yannick.
It moved 2, it attacked once. That's what it's done. It is Jericho's turn. You're kind of next to this flaming urn with this Forgotten Witch that's just raced past you.
For my first action, I'm going to move up to flank that witch with Yonic.
The Forgotten One.
Yes.
With Yonic, sorry.
Yeah.
Not with
'Cause that's
Galen.
further away from the big lady, but still being useful. See how sneaky
she's
that
gonna
was?
Be like to call in the big lady.
Stay on the egg lady.
I'm right here.
No, you're way up there.
You try being stuck in a tomb for 3 centuries. See
DoorDash
what it does
receipts
to
everywhere.
your figure.
All right. And then I'm going to attempt a lingering composition into a Dirge of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I have a plus 18 on this. The die is a 12. That's a 30. I think that's a success.
That is a success.
All right. So for 3 rounds, we have a Dirge of Doom that has hit both of the 2 bad people who are here. I hope it is potentially
Doomy.
effective.
I have something for that, don't I?
What's the Dirge of Doom do?
They're feared. 1.
They
and
are
cannot become
frightened.
unfeared 1. That's all.
And Jeremy, if you hover over Jericho without clicking, you should see the range of the dirge.
That's nifty.
Right there.
I like
Does
that.
this move with you, or is it an emanation?
It's an emanation. I
Emanation.
believe.
Okay.
So it's just those 2 right there.
But now they're effective.
Yeah, they can't reduce it without leaving that emanation.
Okay.
And then I would like to, because I'm gonna try to do bad stuff to the boss lady, so I want to do a recall knowledge on the boss lady and kind of find out like what's like her vibe.
What's ticking?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool that it even applies the effect. Anyway, the frightening
I was
face.
seeing that they had the frightened effect on them because they're inside the emanation.
All right, recall knowledge away.
Well-
This is going to be a cult. Or
They're the same.
Arcana.
Okay, I'll do a cold.
Okay.
Not the same.
Or no, that's it.
Can I do theater lore?
No.
Because it's the same. Alrighty. 26.
Is a success. Interesting. Would you like to know her armor class? Her immunities?
Yes.
Her resistances?
Immunities.
Or her best spectral hand attack she just tried to make? Or how her absorb wraith ability affects her?
Immunities.
Immunities.
Yes.
She is immune to death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, precision, and unconscious.
All right, thank you.
Unconscious.
That was very important
unconscious.
to me.
Unconscious.
All right.
Unconsciousness?
Being unconscious.
Being unconscious.
She was immune to you while you were unconscious.
All right. Zaldor, you're way to the west. What are you up to?
I'm hiding.
I'm already left.
Feels like the right time to
I
not
can't
be
see her. She can't see me.
in the fight. I cover my eyes and everyone goes away. Hero points strong and ghosts on their way. Zaldor will rush in a full 40 feet to find himself still not exactly within range. Let me consult my cantrips real quickly. Let's see, that's 60 feet. That's not helpful. And this one's not available. And this is, it's 30 more feet for the void warp. I see, yes. And the needle darts, well, they might be helpful if they could pierce things. Yes, Zaldor will move more and get a little bit closer. Moving in another 15 feet to be within 30. 35, oddly enough, of the one that's near death, so I believe I'll just leave her to herself, and I will cast... Yes, I will cast nothing, because I have to move twice. I feel like I should
The book has
just
come out like 3 different
keep my
times.
shield up, and I'll cheer everyone on. Go, Galen and Yonic. Save Jericho.
I fell asleep.
Your voice is getting into Jackie Daytona levels, which is amazing.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, Void Warp's 2 actions. Saldo raises his shield and gives himself a pat on the back.
All right, well done. It
Well
is
done.
Yannick's turn. You have a Forgotten Witch next to you and a Kenet 10 feet behind you.
Yep. Yannick will take an action to withdraw a potion from his pocket and quaff his last healing potion, 3d8 plus 10. It's going to be 8, 10, 15, 25 more.
Nice.
Bringing him up to 51 hit points. And then he's going to turn, look at Kenet, give her a little mean eyes.
She's glaring at you as well, waiting for this horrific aura to affect you.
And he'll spit, and then he's going to turn and swipe at the Blood Witch that is before him.
Okay.
That's his final action, and that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Hits.
And then that is going to be 10 points of damage to that thingy.
Not too much of that goes through, but some does.
And unfortunately, that is it.
All right, it is Kenet's turn. She steps.
Oh no, your aura! Ooh!
What did you say? Auras sound bad.
She steps about 10 feet closer to the mass of Yannick, Galen, and Jericho.
Moving past Yannick.
She does.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's true.
So Yannick will take his attack of opportunity. Where are you going? And I'm going to re-roll that with a hero point.
Why?
Because I rolled a 3.
Oh.
And I have some omen points. So I'm going to toss an omen point on there.
Strike true.
And roll with advantage. And 25 to hit.
Is a miss.
Even with advantage?
Even with
I'm
advantage.
sorry to hear that.
She reaches out with a spectral hand at range, 10 feet. This extended arm reaches out at Galen, who's not paying attention to her, with a 38 to hit.
Oh, God.
That is a critical.
Galen has been hit for 36 points of void damage.
Oh,
That's fine.
Still
super
standing?
high.
It's fine. I'm still awake.
All right.
He is.
Jesus.
And then you must make a drain life roll.
That does not sound bad at all.
Fortitude 29 now.
That
That
sounds
sounds
worse.
bad.
And I think you're enfeebled, which doesn't help, right?
The
May change my
fatigue-
plans for next turn.
Fatigued.
Fatigued affects your fort saves.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something does.
So what am I rolling for?
29.
Fortitude 29. Checking the math.
27.
Oh, God.
All right. You are drained 1, and she gains a few temporary hit points. So drained 1. You,
I got one more, guys!
another condition added to Galen.
What, hit point?
Basically.
So with drained, all Constitution checks, including fort saves, go down by 1, and he loses his level in current hit points and maximum hit points. So he's level 7, so takes 7 off of his current hit points
I'm down.
and 7 off of his maximum hit points. And he is now
You had
also
less than 7 left?
I had 5 left.
Oh, no.
Is there any Yannick goodness that can happen
Don't you
here?
have your resistance?
She is not the target of my exploit vulnerability.
Yana could use his reaction.
Yeah, I
to
already
strike.
used my
Reactive strike.
reaction.
All right, so Galen is now
Dying 2.
dying 2 because he was wounded 1 to begin with.
Oh, God.
For her last action, she was not going after Galen. She was going after the one who is making her feel a little bit of fear, making her feel for the first time in centuries.
What is this?
I feel.
Give us a hug.
She attacks with a second attack.
Should I roll my empathetic plea at this
Oh
time?
God!
Yes.
Forgot about this.
What
yes.
a great idea.
This is going to get house ruled into oblivion real soon.
Give me a +3 on it.
Whatever do to you.
All right. You love this.
There we go. Empathetic plea ready. Reaction. Go for it.
27.
trained
Pretty good.
in diplomacy.
All it's going to do is take a couple points off the damage.
Versus Will DC
Yeah.
27
Yes.
is a fail.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So she is striking you. Did I roll it?
Nope.
No, that was your damage over there. Okay, here comes the strike. 36 to hit.
That is a critical.
Oh, God.
40 points of damage.
Okay, let me do the math real quick. You said 40?
40.
Okay, 40, 18 minus 40.
Less than 0?
Yeah, I had 18.
But it wasn't obviously not your max HP.
Oh, no.
Not double that.
Close. I'm dying too,
All
just
right.
like my buddy Galen. That also, for another time, changes what I was going to do on my next turn.
Moving your initiatives.
The floor is getting a little crowded. You might want to roll us into a pile so
I
you
don't
don't
take
trip
up much
over
room.
us.
It is
behind the
Hemlock's
body heroes.
turn. You're to the south. 2 friends just dropped.
Oh, one friend.
Oh man. I'm going to reload with a life shot bullet. And shoot.
If you, since I'm dead,
Mhm.
if you shoot the Blood Witch, you create a nice little pocket of heroes as opposed to
With fairy on your shoulder.
just saying.
And if you bring either of us up, the other
Blood
blood
Witch will
witch
just-
acts next and will just take us out again.
You could delay.
But then the Blood Witch will go.
It acts first.
No,
Right.
Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
reload
I
with
guess Blood Witch dying.
regular bullets and go after the little Blood Witch
Okay.
Witch.
with a natural 20.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I was going to say she has no, she doesn't have cover. Jericho's down. Never mind.
A lot.
A lot of damage.
A lot of
And let's see how many. See if she
Is
had
that-
more than a lot.
Oh,
She
it's
had
not even
9 hit
almost max
points
damage.
remaining.
Yeah.
You
More than
destroy
that?
the Forgotten Witch. There is only one witch left. It is Al Kenet. Do you have any actions left?
I do have one action left. I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Great time to reload that life shot.
Then put it up to his own temple. How does this work?
I'm going, as my last action, I'm going to pull that Legion object out.
Oh yeah, and don't forget you guys have those crazy ass chaos potion things too.
Yep.
Is that gonna be
Right there.
all right? All right. Well, we'll
I'm
describe
unconscious, so it don't matter.
describe
So
this.
it's a rectangular object
Oh, yeah.
with 3 lights on it.
It's never. It's awesome, but never awesome.
All right.
I got it in my hand.
Okay.
It has a pin.
It is Zaldor's turn. You're about 20 feet away from Alcanet.
Zaldor does something little uncharacteristic for his way and screams in something that's not anything that Zaldor does. Hey! Alcanets! Your reign has been long and dangerous. Your fate has been unpleasant. And your end is inevitable. It is time for you to aid us in ending the reign of the Ashen Queen. We are here to use you to destroy her and the bloodline that has cursed Thave all these centuries. Be gone! And he reaches in with the strongest amount of gusto that he can and casts Well, he doesn't pull out an orb like he normally would.
It's less of a cast, more of a request. A slight of a suggestion, really.
It's all I have. I'm out of spell slots, but I can flip you off at least, and I feel good about it. He pulls out his book. It's a small book. It's not a large one. It's a little diary, but it is his wizard book of spells that he's been reading into, and he very quietly murmurs into the book. Just a very, very soft whisper, very different than any of the spheres that he's cast out before. And the book itself starts erupting as a spell reaches out from it. And he casts a spell that he previously cast earlier in the day.
Oh, yeah.
That comes right up out of it, called... I don't know what the good ones would be. The one that seemed the most powerful and useful this time was Wall of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And from the book, it reaches out and fully surrounds Kenet in a full 10-foot ring. In a full circle around her of fire that is 10 feet high, 5 feet thick, and completely surrounding her in flames. May you hold until we find your end.
You politics will not stop me from feasting on these friends of yours.
She accurately says, pointing to the two bodies at her feet. Okay. All right. It is Sir Yannick's turn. There is now some fire between you and her.
Yeah. Yannick kneels down and puts his hand upon Galen's chest, which is only shallowly breathing.
And says, sorry. And walks away.
Better luck next time, buddy.
I absolve you, you heathen.
That's a nice sword. I've been coveting.
Garahell's word for this is karma.
And in the dimness, you see the golden light of Carahel surrounding Yannick as healing power flows from him into Galen.
Oh, with lay on hands?
Healing Galen 24 points.
I
of
thought
damage.
you already used that one.
I used the lay on hands, and then I used the desperate prayer.
But you consumed the desperate.
Yes.
Cool.
So I had that prepared.
Great save.
At least that's my memory. We're going
Some
with
high-end Pathfinder going on here.
It's advantageous to gain the amnesia condition.
Yes.
So Galen had 24 points and wounded 2.
Okay.
And Alkinet's 5 feet away from me. Is that correct?
10 feet.
10 feet. So what is a reach weapon of 5?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that-
Let's
am I-
make
Attack the next space, but one beyond that.
Yeah.
a
So
shard.
that should be
Right, because
with reach. I should be able to still attack Alkinet.
you have 5 feet of reach that
Yes.
would not be.
Forget the concept of a reach of 5. It has the reach ability. This weapon can be used to attack enemies up to 10 feet away
There we
instead
go.
of just adjacent. For creatures with reach, the weapon increases their reach by 5.
Got it.
So that's how it works. So
Copy
yeah,
that.
it's what you want.
So, but it's on the other side of this wall of fire, which means it's concealed.
Yes.
So I have to roll to.
flat. Well, you should have been rolling flat 5s and higher anyways
Shit.
all this time.
So should
Dazzle.
Zaldar, who is Spotify.
Okay.
Stupefied spell still goes off.
So
Thank
do
you,
I have to roll that
spellbook.
twice then?
Ye concealed? No, just once.
Okay. So that's 12.
Okay.
So the Fishar swings in,
Getting away with murder.
swizzles around in the fire after Alkinet. And that is a 3. So I'm going to use a hero point,
We'll put
I
an
recommend
omen point in
A
play.
pixie
for that.
omen on it?
Yes.
and that will now be an omen point.
It twirls on the end.
Thank you to the dead pixie. Re-rolling. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
25 to hit Alkinet.
Oh. But I am +2 AC and saves
Defense,
versus
yeah.
Alkinet. Yeah.
25, you say?
Yeah.
That is a success.
Oh,
Because of the feared.
Yes.
I'm saying nothing.
Good damage too. 8, 11, 19 damage.
nice hit.
Some of that gets through. Also, I have an alert here that a hero point needs to be given out. We have a guest clay god with us who can decide who is going to get this hero point, and it cannot be the cheater Chris. Anyone else but Chris.
Cannot be Geggy.
They're Geggy. No, 1 point. 1 point.
Cheater.
Cannot be to Chris.
Because
He's been cheating with his dazzle condition.
Because I've been advantaged. So.
Galen has received a
Galen
hero
is
point.
at a max of 3.
Someone else then. The gunslinger? Hemlock.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good, because he can't get his own.
It is a new round, and it is Galen's turn. You are prone, conscious, and stand by.
Yep.
Come feed me a random potion.
Stand by. And you are starting your turn within her her aura as a conscious being. You need to make a Fortitude 24 save.
Or get another condition.
Or gain a different level of drain.
Diarrhea too.
That I rolled an 8, and that would give me a 19.
Okay, that is a
So
miss.
I think I will re-roll that
okay.
with
One of your
One of
three
your maximum
massive hero points.
my hero points. That's a natural 20.
Woo!
Using it right.
Nice
I will give you the same thing that I gave to Sir Yannick. You can ignore her aura or ignore the drain life of her spectral hand effect.
Can that apply retroactively?
Man, that's a tough one.
Make your choice.
Yeah, I will get resistance against the attack.
Okay, so you resist the current aura for this round only, and you are conscious and prone. What do you want to do?
First thing I want to do is just peek open one eye, play dead, and with that eye open, I
know you're alive.
I just healed you.
I will exploit vulnerability against Kenet.
Okay.
That is a 32.
Is a success.
All right.
Nice.
What do I know?
What do you know? You learn a weakness. She has no weaknesses. What is the other one? Your resistance power. What's that one called?
I can empower my weapon against their weaknesses.
What's the name
or sympathetic vulnerability. So personal antithesis or mortal weakness.
Right. When you apply the result, all the vulnerabilities.
Or breach defenses, I can reveal their highest bypassable resistance and bypass that resistance.
Where is that from?
That's just a breach defenses as a part of
feat.
exploit vulnerability.
Okay. Thaumaturge. You can find one weak point. When you succeed at exploiting vulnerability, you learn about the highest the creature's resistance that can be bypassed. That's guaranteed. So that's always should be happening.
Yep.
You can use this benefit only if you succeed and learn the creature has at least one resistance that can be bypassed. Choose one such resistance. All right. She has resist damage all 10.
Okay, great. I will bypass that. And I will use the personal antithesis to create a weakness for +5.
You have to choose one or the other.
Oh, I thought I could get both of those.
No, I think it's just one.
Well, then I'll take the breach defenses for sure.
All right.
And then with my second action, Galen reaches into the pouch of his satchel and withdraws the ham potion. And with his third action, he quaffs it.
a hand chaos potion.
Is that what that is?
I heard you say
H-A-N-D?
ham.
I this whole
H-A-M.
time, and maybe it's because it was
Wait.
Stog that received this
we
potion.
need to.
I thought ham.
He thought it was
H-A-M.
ham.
No,
Biggie.
I don't know. I was what I'm looking
H-A-M
it up now.
is
It
what
had
I
a ham
believe this
on
to
it.
be.
Okay.
Yes.
Hand would still be fun though. That could be crazy kind of.
You turn into a pig.
Very likely.
Oh
Very
my
possible.
god.
Where is it?
Let chaos reign.
I'm hoping it's ham as in hard as a motherfucker.
I think you're.
If you stay hard for more than 4 hours, seek
Yeah.
Yeah, I
medical
know.
attention.
You're petrified.
It is ham.
Like John? Like going?
So narrate this for us,
Yeah.
GM. We're excited.
Not all the potions are bad.
But this one
Wait, so how would you call the
Clay God read the last one. Is he going to read this one?
That is true. That is what happened last time.
And Clay God was here last time a potion was.
That's true.
carved as well.
We
No,
we only do it when he's here.
I'll do it. Trying to
bacon?
let's go.
I don't like this.
Just trying to find out how
I'm
not
so
to kill you.
excited.
How do I not end this fight this way?
I think you're in trouble
Stampede
as
of-
is. So we'll say just within 5 feet. So here's what happens: all food upon you explodes violently.
All right.
So you and Sir Yannick need to make reflex save 26s or take 21 points of food related damage.
Oh my god! I can die from food poisoning.
No, you're at 24.
Food explosives.
You still have 3.
Explosive.
Ration related death.
What's the. Wait, what are we doing now?
Reflex save.
Reflex 26.
28.
I might as well roll a hero point on that just to.
What did you
I rolled
roll?
an 8
Not
again,
enough? Okay.
which is I have a plus 10 on my roll, so I got an 18.
Dr. Qualibear says bacon bomb.
Yeah. I need a 16 or higher on this.
Come on.
Nope. I got a 5. So no, I
How much damage?
did not.
Is that a critical fail? 20,
Oh, you know what?
26.
That is a 15. Yeah, that takes it to a critical fail. Yep. It's just. See, I told you I could die
He
from
rolled
this.
into death by ham shanks.
Well,
To
unconsciousness.
Yannick's like, slow down. Just drink a potion. You'll be okay. I got this. Blog.
So
42 points of pork related damage.
knocks him unconscious.
Galen on the ground just goes and is dead. Down, unconscious again.
What is he at now?
Down 4.
Dying 4?
No, I'm dying 3 now.
No, because it was a critical.
Oh, because it was crit. Yes, I'm dying 4.
Oh, he's a dying 4.
Because you were wounded
From
too.
ham. Ham sandwich that exploded.
So
Wait, I think it's important for us to know what's the food that Galen had on him. that
he had
exploded?
rations of some sort that erupted like some cheap tablet from China. Sir Yannick, you took 10 points of non-kosher damage.
You just got a huge chunk of brie to the face.
You said 9 or 10?
10. So Galen is dying 4, which means his turn just started. That's the good news. He has one full round before he will have to make a less than 50% chance of dying unless he is stabilized somehow by someone. Shall I look up the treat wounds rules?
Probably.
All right, I'm super excited about it. Oh, look, hey, my turn's coming up.
While you're at it, does toughness give you an extra level, or is that just reducing the DC?
It doesn't give you an extra level. It's Die Hard that does.
right.
It only reduces the DC. And I think Die Hard was the one that reduced the DC too, I thought. Toughness just gives you more hit points.
Gives you your level in hit points.
Yeah. Toughness, I have it as reduced DC of recovery checks by 1.
Also, yeah, it does both.
Oh.
Increase your max hit points by your level and reduce the DC recovery checks by 1. Sitting as someone who has it on his character sheet.
Yep. I
just
have
wanna be
that as
clear,
well.
I have neither of those,
Groovy.
but I do have empathetic plea.
How'd that go for you?
Twice it's kept me from getting hit at all.
And in this fight, how's that been running for
Well, I've
you?
only been hit once.
So here's the requirements. If you are wearing a healer's toolkit on you, Jericho has one.
Oh, yeah.
You can stabilize someone, attempt a medicine check against a creature at 0 hit points, and it's a pretty easy roll. It's 5 plus their recovery, so it's 15 plus their dying value. So, medicine.
I just
19.
cast Stabilize.
Right, but you're unconscious.
Well, I
Unconscious.
also going to do the healer's kit thing.
Right. So that's the situation. Or you get lucky with your dying rolls and you
Don't die.
don't die.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh boy.
I'm excited for this. This is narrative storytelling at its best.
Well, speaking of which, Jericho, you are dying.
Yeah,
What is your dying level right now?
2.
2. Go ahead and make a recovery roll of flat 12 or higher.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You are now dying 3.
Can I use a hero point on that?
You can.
So good. I'm going to use one.
Definitely do that.
Woo! I rolled a 9.
Okay.
That was not efficacious.
You are done.
9-3.
It is Al Kenet's turn.
Oh no.
She is going to turn her attention to Sir Yannick. No, she's got this firecraft. It's surrounding her, though.
Yes.
That's weird.
And if it matters, there was the eloquent speech by.
You guys remember that? It's a good
She
one,
takes
right?
15
It
points of
was.
eloquent speak
Very
damage.
nice.
Yeah.
Trying to call attention from the Wizard of the Seventh Tower.
So if she stays put, she's not taking damage, but it's harder for her to hit. She's confident in her ability to slay.
Well, and if she reaches through it to strike, does that not do damage to her?
No, not according to the rules.
I did the same thing
Yeah. Firewall?
sense.
Was it wall of fire?
Yeah, but you did it with a
with a knife,
with a
on a
weapon.
stick.
Knife on a stick.
Right.
I have the
Hmm?
the predictions.
Did you guys figure out toughness, by the way?
Yeah. It reduces a dying check by 1.
5
Recovery
foot
check
thick
by 1.
wall of
that's it.
flame and a 10-foot radius ring of the flame of the same heights. Everything on each side of the wall is
Yeah,
concealed.
I'd say
The creature crossing the wall is occupied by it.
I'm going to say a melee weapon, no, but this is like an unarmed attack for her, so it would. So she's just going to avoid that altogether. She's going to step the other direction and take that damage one time only. She steps through the wall towards the wizard, a flaming ancient blood witch charging at you, Zaldor.
She is,
I didn't
as
see that
she's
coming.
leaving, she's when a foe in reach uses manipulator move, make a ranged attack.
Did you hit her with the last one? No. She doesn't respect it, and so she runs full speed. Go for it.
Well, I got to quit. Just
Mhm.
do you still have a reaction?
What's that roll, Chris?
It's a 16, so it'd be a 31 to hit.
Juicy?
I believe I do,
Because
yes.
didn't you use it the last?
No, because the last
Oh,
thing I
yeah.
did was attack her,
Oh, that's
and
right.
then that was it.
Oh,
Yep.
don't forget your dazzle.
You motherfucker.
Wow.
All right.
What the hell, Jericho?
All right, roll in the dazzle. I rolled a 12, so it's
See,
fine.
you're fine.
31 to hit.
You're
hit.
Yannick. You follow the rules.
And that's going to be 13 points of damage,
All
which I
right.
know is very light for her.
A little of that gets through.
14.
A little more of that gets through. And fire damage. She ran through. How much damage is that?
4d6 of flame damage, which is 6, 6, 5. That is
17.
math. 17 plus 2, 19 points of fire damage.
19. She takes roughly half of that as she runs through, flame trickling off of her. She moved once so she could get 2 attacks on the wizard with a... She comes racing at you, comes up short, and then does the Morpheus motion to summon. You look behind you, and another one of these blood mirages comes racing at you from behind.
Oh dear.
And it passes through you, a la Demi Moore in Ghost. You need to make a
Pottery roll.
Klingon, I need a hero point.
You need to make a fortitude save, please.
All right.
Or take 34 void damage.
That does sound bad. Let's do the fortitude save instead. What's my DC?
26.
26. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Woo!
Ooh.
It like rolled up one side, rolled up the other, and then settled right in the middle.
You take no damage
should've
and
blocked it.
you block it, and she gains no benefits whatsoever from it at all. Wow.
So does the spectral image stop short?
Yes.
And, okay.
So as she's doing this, Zaldor just sticks his hand out.
Looking straight
yeah,
at her
and it's just
eye.
like it's just running against it with its against his forehead.
That's badass. Wow. That was huge. That was 2 actions for her.
He absorbs it.
That's a turn
There you
point.
go.
Timely.
Hemlock, you're on the other side of this
Can we
giant flaming urn.
Zoom out here a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see where I'm at.
Save.
Prime material plane, perhaps?
Yeah, I want to take one step. Well, shit. How tall is that brazier?
It's
She's like huge, right?
yeah, it's gonna be light cover for her.
I have this Legion device. It's got 3 lights and a button. I'm gonna point it at her.
So you are, wait, you're moving?
I'm not gonna move.
You're not moving.
She's a big old lady. And I think I can
Don't
get
say
her.
that out loud.
And hit that button, pointing it at her. It's like a flashlight looking device.
Oh, right, the energy.
I'm
She
bringing it up now.
becomes sexily illuminated.
She
Perfect.
becomes what?
All the curves.
Disco ball falls from the ceiling.
Size of a flashlight with 3 small lit rectangles on it. There's also a small button on one side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the button you're hitting.
It's going to be another food-related injury, I'm telling you.
Or it's just the siren's going to go
The
off.
click.
Wait. I
Pop
double
it.
click and it's not
Stretch
going
it.
off.
I can't make it happen visually on the map, but you carve a man-size hole between you and the flaming urn as it obliterates inorganic matter
Oh. So not into the urn, but into the ground?
through the urn.
Through
Wouldn't
the urn.
undead be considered inorganic?
No, and
But it goes all the way
Non-combat
through.
related
Does it
matter.
go all the way through that urn?
yeah, creates a pathway.
And it just doesn't do
It's a
anything to
portal
her?
gun.
Does
Like how
nothing to
far
her.
does it go?
Just maybe 3-4 feet.
That wouldn't hit the urn then.
3-4 feet through the
There's
urn.
Through the
3 or 4
urn.
feet.
Through the
okay,
urn.
through the urn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see it failing just like at the other side of the urn and then just lightly crumbling.
Perfect. That's what I wanted. And I'll reload and shoot
Better than
Jericho
Galen's
with a life shot.
Jericho with a life shot. This could be huge. He is -6 off his armor class.
Oh, you got it.
If you're not sure, hero point's great.
Well, I'm pretty sure because you're prone. So 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
almost a critical.
Well, yeah, what if you critical him with a life shot?
You get 3 points of healing.
Let me
3
do the math
healing.
real quick.
Yep.
0 plus 3. I have 3.
You're up.
Instant
I'm glad I got rid of
consciousness.
that persistent because otherwise a bit
Instant consciousness. That's sweet.
Hold.
holding.
What is your armor class?
24.
Unconsciousness drops it by 6.
Yeah.
Prone increases it by 4 to ranged attacks. So you're minus
God.
2.
So that put me at 22. He
And you roll
rolled 26.
Okay. I had it reversed. Perfect. Okay. It still worked.
Trying to kill you with life.
All right. That was Hemlock. Hemlock may have just saved Galen as well with that shot. It is Zaldor's turn. You're right next to Al Kenet.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
You feel yourself getting weak. You are not resilient to the aura. Make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Oh, that bounced. Zaldor rolled a 6. That's the worst roll Zaldor's done since Zaldor started referring to himself in the third person. Zaldor's going to re-roll with a hero point to change that to a 15 for a total of 27.
Is a success. You are not drained 1. Continue on.
Glorious. Almost reactively,
not
but
be good.
definitely as though she fell into his trap, Zaldar will cast Void Warp. Right at her, right into her guts.
Void Warp.
Void right into her.
This is a level 1 cantrip. She lashes out with an attack of opportunity since you're doing a manipulate action in front of her, and then casts a little side glance at Yannick behind her.
Bitch.
All right. She is
See you.
a 24 to hit the wizard
24 hits the wizard.
for 18 points of void damage,
Not unappreciated.
and then make a DC 26 fortitude for a different type of draining.
Oh, D-Lord. Fortitude again. Better, 29.
As a success. Who has been drained so far?
Galen.
Galen. And what source was that? Was an attack.
It was an attack.
And
Yes.
remember that is there's attack and there's aura drain. They're two separate things.
Okay.
Okay, carry on.
All right. So
That was her attempt to disrupt or screw over the spell or do some damage. So there we go.
I'm afraid it's still coming. So first, I will confirm I'm not stupefied. I am not. I rolled a 15, and I will now cast Void Warp against her, and I will use an energy ablation in the process.
What's that do?
When I reach in one side of my pocket and pull out this dark sphere, I'm going to cast a small sheen over the top of it that will give me a 5 damage resistance to the same type of energy that I'm casting in the spell.
Nice.
So it'll give me a shield of void.
Oh, that's badass cool.
Right? She has to make a fortitude save or
okay.
take all of this juicy damage.
All right. Freaking A. Like, it's stupid for you to be casting a spell on her. She's going to critically succeed. No, she rolled a natural 1.
Ooh, fantastic. It's not a huge amount.
It's not. That's the saving
Void
grace.
damage. It's 14 points of void damage, so double to be 28.
14?
Yep.
Plus 1 per every... What are you rolling?
D4s.
2d4? How many d4s?
4 D4s. And I rolled, I'll put it back down.
Second.
It's not the same.
That's way better.
That's a little bit better. But this is,
What level spells do you cast?
so this was I cast level 4s, up to level 4.
So wouldn't it be 2d4 plus 1d4 per heightened, 3d4, 4d4, 5d4?
Is it 5d4?
Does it?
Because
I thought it was to your rank round down.
It should be per spell.
What does it say on the spell?
so my phase bolt and my needle darts I have written as 5d4s. My slashing gust,
But do they start at
telekinetic
2d4?
project. They no, the phase bolt started at 3d4. So did the needle darts that started at 3d4. So I've added a +1 for each of their heightens.
Okay, a preparer can heighten a spell. When you heighten a spell, the spell's rank increases to match the higher rank of the spell. So that's benefits, increased damage. Some heightened spells specify more ranks. Read the entry only. Other heightened plus sign.
It was 14, right?
For multiple ranks. The listed effect for every increment of ranks is heightened above its lowest spell rank. The benefits are cumulative. So a 4th rank fireball would deal 8d6 instead of 6d6. Cantrips are auto heightened.
Yep.
I know we're really digging into the rules here, but I don't want to leave something out in this battle.
No, I appreciate it.
A cantrip is automatically heightened to half your level rounded up, which is then level +4 spell level. So you should be having 3d4 on top of the 2d4 for 5d4.
Oh.
So add one more d4
Add
was
one
all
more
of that
D4.
freaking work.
It was another 1.
God damn it.
2 more
From
damage.
that.
2
So,
more damage.
yeah, so total of 30.
30 damage?
Yes.
Oh, because it was critically failed.
Yes.
She absorbs a bunch of that, but that is still huge. Okay.
Ooh.
And that's not all with Void Warp. It has a little bonus. On a critical failure, the target is enfeebled 1 until the start of your next turn.
That's right.
Nice.
Okay, I will mark that.
Just like Galen.
I mean,
You
at
could
this
say
point,
that
we can say that for
everything.
condition.
Yeah.
Okay, that was great. Are you done?
With the yes, that's all three actions with the
Yannick,
ablation.
You've got a fire circle between you and her.
Yannick kneels down yet again,
I have no more ham potions.
and he has a lesser healing potion, 2d8 plus 5. He's going to waste it on Galen for 18 healed. Stop being an idiot! And we'll head around
Go ahead and play dead this time, please.
And we'll head around the fire, trying to go. He's going to go 25 feet as close to Kenet as he can while avoiding the fire.
He can get there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll say you can.
Cool. All right.
That's all three actions.
Yep.
Okay.
'Cause that's one to. Yep.
Galen, you are once again the start of the round, conscious and prone. What is your wounded level at?
3.
Okay.
Wounded 3. Dying 4, wounded 3, enfeebled 1, fatigued 2, drained 1,
We'll
and
be here
dazzled.
all day.
You're no longer dying 4.
That's the good news.
Oh, that's right. I am no longer dying 4. Tom, is the exploit vulnerability still active, or does that need to be reapplied?
Let's say it's
It
active.
is active. Well, hot dog. Okay. You are conscious, correct?
Everybody's conscious.
Jericho? Okay.
Except for Geggy, who's dead.
Giggy's conscious on another plane. Dancing with Thorn.
Geggy's with Thon now.
Oh, then your life shot would not
And
have helped
Gary.
Galen then.
It would not have.
The timing of those two.
Yeah.
But Jericho could have brought him up before.
Jericho went after him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
It was
So,
a gamble
Yeah.
that
You gotta
Yannick
take
had
it.
something
One
up
left.
his sleeve.
So can you scroll
speaking
north?
of which, I'm going to mark that off because that's gone now.
Scroll north for me just a little bit.
Oh, yes, sir. That's me.
Yeah. So that red swirl that we see around the sarcophagus is that is still centered on the sarcophagus, not on her. Is that right?
That is correct. It's just an effect. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Declaration.
Decoration.
The decorative.
Zoom out. I
swirl.
want to see where the specters are, please. Okay.
Everywhere. They're
Uh,
everywhere.
You still have moats available
We still do have moats available.
Pretty far away.
for you.
Yeah. How far is that moat to my east?
Whoa, that looks
That's
cool.
neat. Yeah.
So that's 55. I would say that is 30 feet away from you to
Okay.
the east.
So one action to move 25 feet towards it.
Yoink. Oh, that puts you right on
25
top
feet
of it,
will put
actually.
you in it.
You get it?
Great. Grab that hero point back. 25 feet northwest
Towards the sarcophagus?
towards the north side of that pillar up there.
Towards the other moat.
25 feet there?
And then 25 feet, does that get me directly behind that northernmost pillar?
Yes.
20 feet. I'm going to go directly behind the pillar, please.
You're behind.
Those are my 3 actions.
Are you trying to stay out of line of sight of Kenet?
Yep.
In that case, if I put you at 24,
Yep, that'll be a better.
There you go.
Perfect. There we go.
like the fog of war, I can see that.
You'll have at
I
least
do that
solid cover.
Jericho, prone and alive.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do a
Naked
couple
and
things.
afraid.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay where I am. And I'm gonna call out to this ugly lady that's up here, and I'm gonna call out to her and goes, I pity your mother. 9 months of effort to bring you into this world. It'll only take us a few more moments to remove you from it. And I'm gonna bon mow her.
Okay.
As she is still got a little bit of fear left, is the last turn of my fears.
I have a little bit of fear that you are
Comment.
taunting a spectral witch. It's well done. Ballsy.
Well, other people are hitting her with swords. This doesn't seem like the worst thing anyone's doing to her.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy roll. I got plus 15 on this roll. Let's see what we get. I rolled a 4 on the die. I will use my last hero point on this.
Insult of insults.
Yeah, trying to get some better. I got 26.
26 total.
Yes.
She doesn't listen to you in the slightest.
All right. Well, we'll see how this goes anyway, because I'm going to try to do something that, if it works, will be very beneficial to us. If it does not work, I have wasted the spell. But that's how spells go, isn't it?
Yep.
With my last 2 actions and my last 4th level spell slot, I'm going to cast Confusion
Confusion.
on the boss.
This is a land of confusion. Oh.
She makes a will save, 25.
Will save 25.
Yes.
Does this have the incapacitate trait?
It does not. It has the emotion trait, the concentrate trait, the manipulate trait, the mental trait, and the occult trait, which is why I did...
And the Alkanet's a bitch trait.
Which is why I did my recall knowledge on there to see what
Immunities.
all those immunities were,
All
to
right.
see if it fell into any of these.
She looks at you and mocks you for attempting to cast a spell.
How
and
dare you cast things on me, small thing.
he's insulting himself. And she rolls a will. 22.
All right, she has failed. She is confused for 1
She's
minute.
confused that she failed.
She can attempt a new save at the end of each of their turns to end the confusion. I have befuddled her with strange impulses, causing her to act randomly.
Confused for 1 minute. You don't have your wits about you. You attack wildly. You are off guard. You treat no one as your ally. You can't delay, ready, or use reactions. You must use all reactions to strike or cast offensive cantrips. She can't do cool abilities. She's just lashing out.
Wow.
So she can't use spells. She has to use
All those
cantrips.
cool abilities of her are non-usable.
Each time you
right
take
now.
damage from an attacker spell, you can make a flat 11 to recover, or she also gets a roll at the end of her turn.
So we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Nice job,
Yeah.
Jericho.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
And it's
And
her
I'm
turn.
Still, and I'm still fetal on the ground.
And I have a confused condition I can add to her. She's got 3, keeping up to Galen. It is her turn.
Keep up with the
She has
Galens.
1 condition for every hit point I have.
She's going to lash out and attack. I will roll an actual die. Odd is left. She's attacking the wizard. She's attacking the knight, and she's attacking the knight blindly. With her spectral hand. Wizard was first.
No, thank you.
29 to hit.
Ah, jeez, that is a hit.
21 points of void damage.
-5.
-9.
Why?
Five for me because of my energy ablation that absorbs from the spell that I just cast.
Okay.
And mine is
Total of
retributive
7.
strike.
We only are going to take the highest if it's the same.
Okay.
Well, what? Yeah.
Yeah, mine is it grants 9. You protect your ally and strike your enemy. The ally gains resistance to all damage against a triggering damage equal
Yeah.
to 2 plus your level.
So it'll be 9 or 5. So 9.
Let's do 9.
Okay.
Not combined. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was a total of
So you're
20
you're 29.
I'm at 29.
Okay.
Thank you. 29 down, correct?
You're at 29 total health.
29 total health. I've taken more hits than I expected.
Okay. That was that one, and then she strikes blindly.
But I will also be striking her with the retributive strike
What?
because she attacked my ally within
part of
range
that
me.
block.
Yes. And I'll roll the dazzle first. 16.
You guys have made, I think, every single one of those stupefied dazzle rolls.
It's true.
Oh, no,
It's
I
been
failed
really
3
great.
in a row.
Oh.
Yeah.
Take
Not
that.
tonight, though.
28.
Hits.
And that's 9 plus 6, 15.
Some damage goes
So I
through.
know it doesn't do too much.
She then turns around and lashes out at you with an 18 to hit
Laughably.
and a 14 to hit.
Also laughable.
She is confused. She now gets a chance to try and resist, right, with willpower?
Yep.
Yes.
Easily natural 20.
Oh, no.
God.
I don't think it matters. I'm going to give her a +2 to the next musical thing that comes her way.
I'll do the next one without music.
All right. It is Hemlock's turn. People are low and tired and
Zoom
hurt.
out, sir, please.
You
still
also
there?
created a hole through
Yeah.
the thing that you can see her right
Yeah.
through.
I
no
totally
more
can.
cover.
I'm gonna run up to that to get. Nope, I'll stay behind it. There's a huge crater. There's a huge hole behind it, but I can still get some cover. I'm gonna yell out, "I have some healing potions. If that would help anyone."
The
And
witch raises her hand.
I will reload and I will fire upon Alkanet.
I think this is meant for you.
It's bullshit. I'm gonna use a hero point. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you can do better.
Yeah, that's 38 to hit.
Oh!
Is a critical hit.
Nice shots. Let's go.
Put her down.
Coming in clutch.
Oh,
Yes.
It's 30. 35.
45 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
45 minus 10 is 35. She had 34 remaining.
Oh my God.
Seth, would you do the honors, please, and describe?
Yes, sir. So peeking around, I'm like, whoop. And as soon as the bullet hits her, she's in this spectral form. It just dissipates into nothing.
I am grabbing a piece of paper. Lauren, without looking
go to
at
the
this, nope. Without looking at this, hand that to Christopher, please.
Oh. Do I get to read it?
You can. Alkanet shrieks as the magic binding her spectral form is torn apart. Her ghostly legs and torso split into dozens of transparent strands that are pulled toward the body of Geggy, lying dead on the ground. She reaches out in desperation with outstretched hands, only to have them torn apart and wrap their shadows around the hero's body. Her final shriek echoes as the last of her spectral form is torn asunder. Her wicked energy swirls around the body of Geggy, lifting it off the ground like a puppet on strings. The shape of the hero's body alters. It grows thin and feminine. A red robe appears around the body. The face changes into the distorted visage of a bitter old woman in pain. With a blast of cold wind, the specter is gone and all is quiet. Instead of the body of Geggy standing before the adventurers, now there is only a withered old woman in a red robe, her head down. All traces of Geggy are gone forever, leaving only this powerful witch standing in physical form. She raises her head with eyes seething with rage beneath her hood. Her hands surge with powerful magic, but she lowers her head slowly.
I am Kenet, the Jagged Witch, first queen of Thave. You have imprisoned my power into this body, and I will obey. But know this, before my time is done, I will have my revenge upon the bloodline that betrayed me, and I will have my revenge upon you.
I am now handing Christopher a character sheet for Alkanet, the Blood Witch. Please hand that to Christopher without looking at it.
What?
And we will take our break there and be back in a few moments, and we'll see what happens next. And we're back. Thanks for joining us and on these adventures and supporting the show. Consider dropping by ingloriousbards.com, clicking on that Discord link, and we've got some great fans there who chat about the show. We have a little channel for each episode. You can share your thoughts on what the heck happened, what you think is going to happen next. We absolutely love that stuff, reading your thoughts. So check out ingloriousbards.com for Discord.
Mad props to everyone who made the votes and answered the poll questions of who was going to die and how it worked out. Go in and see your results to see if how many of you picked Geggy.
The winner is no one. All right. The group is standing in this tomb Kenet, refreshed, fully healed, bristling with power contained, rage staring at you all, has said, you've imprisoned my power into this body and I will obey, but know this, before my time is done, I will have my revenge upon the bloodline that betrayed me, and I will have my revenge upon you. The adventure continues.
This is normally a time that I say something to the effect of we should gather our dead and make our way through, and yet we have no body to gather, so you are here. Is there a way that we can find to cloak ourselves from the Ashen Queen and the rest of the Blood Witches using the blood of Kenet?
Yes. She's biting her lip.
Is it directly blood from this new body that you're in?
Yes.
Galen
We'll
walks.
be here all day if you keep asking these questions.
Galen walks forward with the dagger he used to draw the blood that allowed us to enter the tomb, and hands it to Yannick. I believe Carahel gave you some instructions, sir.
Indeed.
What's going on?
In one of my visions recently, Carahel spoke to me. She said that we must, and I will quote her directly, find your cloak of blood, but you must go one step further. You must command a blood witch. You must, and staring at Kenet angrily, you must turn the witches against themselves, defeat this dark presence below, and make it yours.
You were lucky.
Where is this cloak of blood, witch?
In this...
And speak only when spoken to.
Oh no. It's another squire.
Is this an actual physical item?
Nope.
Okay. The blood of mine would be used to help you deter the detection of the reigning blood witch. She bites into her lip, not wanting to part with information.
A trickle of blood appears on her bitten lip.
How much control do we have? Does she obey any one of us? Galen turns to her and says, kneel.
Not a lapdog.
Kneel!
Do you need a spell list, Kenet, or do you have access to the spell?
Not a spell
All
list,
right.
yes.
Do as you see fit.
You seem very proud of yourself, whoever you are. But I'm not one to be commanded to do little chores.
Well,
There's
now
much
we
left
know.
to do. There is a coven waiting to be destroyed.
And you will help us do that?
Gladly.
Creepy.
I've always said that about
What
Christopher.
other help can you give us?
As much as needed.
We must safely leave this tomb and find our way back through the Jagged Mountains as we venture in towards the Ashen Capital.
Dangerous journey, if ever there was one. It was formidable back in my day. No doubt it is more so.
Do you have a better way to get there?
Yes. Many ways. Delightful, pleasant ways.
And what are those?
That felt
Quiet, secret tunnels that reside in the city, all during its construction. It's difficult to perform all manner of... She bites her tongue.
We should not leave this tomb without her cloak on us.
I agree.
Galen,
Who is first?
Everybody just pointed at Galen. Weird.
No, Yannick
She
already
unzips.
has the dagger in hand, steps forward.
That I'm afraid will not do too much. But just enough. She doesn't take the dagger, she smears the lips. She smears the blood off the lips she had.
Yannick being
Witch kiss? Is that what I'm hearing?
uh-huh.
is it Kissy Witchy? Kissy Witchy time?
Are we
Um,
supposed to put it on the back of our neck?
Yeah.
Back of the neck witch kiss? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, Yannick puts the flea medication on the nape of his neck.
How
Yeah.
much do you trust your captor? Turn around.
I don't trust.
No,
But-
Yannick, we've just been fighting to the death and nearly killed everyone, and in fact, it killed one of us.
Let's not bicker and argue about who killed whom.
But Yannick does turn and allow her to do what must be done.
There's a
She violently latches her lips to the back of your neck.
gentle gumming. Don't cry. Little nibbling like a suckerfish on the edge of an aquarium glass tank. Why is there tongue? When no one said anything about tongue, Carol.
Sorry. There is a smear put to the back of your neck.
And Yannick, again, unhappy about what is happening, but commanded by Kara.
A holy one such as herself would trifle with such magics.
What
Even more
you
blood.
are is an abomination. But you will, at this time, have some use to us.
Right, well, then my turn.
It's just looking up. Hemlock loads another life shot. All right, how does this work on it? Let's get this over with. I have a warning here for hero points. Clay God sitting next to me. Who's going to receive the
I have
hero
a
point?
question first before the hero point is given out. Can I be given a hero point?
You're not a hero.
Choose wisely. Anyone at the table other than me may receive the hero point.
I mean, Geggy did give us those omen points. I feel like it's only fair that they get one back. Yeah.
That's a yeah, no. Okay.
the
Ooh.
all right, the gunslinger.
I curse all gods that are clay.
Gunslinger. Hemlock gets it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, Yannick is done. Who's next? And we don't have much time to waste. I imagine somewhere out there the sun is going down.
Yannick, may I have that dagger back for a moment?
And Yannick will spin it and handle first to Galen.
Which Galen didn't do, I'd like to point out. Just pointing a knife right at Yannick. Very
Basic Boy Scout.
Galen has been carrying around a vial of demon blood that he gathered while they were in Hexton's Hell. And sensing that there is perhaps an opportunity here, he pours that out of the vial.
Okay.
He uses a little water from the canteen to rinse it out, and then approaches Kenet with the knife and the vial. Just a little cut, witch. Hold out your arm.
Only from my lips we receive.
I'm happy to cut one of those off too. So, arm or lip?
I offer you no more than is necessary.
Galen will grab an arm.
Galen,
No.
Galen!
3 heroes stepping away.
There's a new ally
Now
that
is
just came
not the
from blood
time.
magic.
Does she serve us or not?
We're not gonna.
Down to you, hero, and all.
Weren't you just wanting to kill a slaver?
And makes a slight
No.
on
Nope.
the arm. Are you going to step forward and stop me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better roll fast.
You have 1 hand on her arm and then 3 hands on your arm.
Jericho takes a little step backwards from this group. His eyes.
We all collectively grab Jerry. You're in this.
His gnome eyes get kind of big, and he's like,
This is insurance.
There's no
"Big
reason
people are fighting.
to make animosity.
There's no
right
more
now.
small
It's
people."
not animosity, it's insurance.
Galen,
we
you
have
are.
no idea how long this lasts or what kind of control we may need in the future. She has promised to end us.
It has
Lest you
been
forget.
your fear and need of control that has put us in danger in the past, more than a couple of times. You are an esoteric creature of things of esoterica. This is a witch of immeasurable power and has been for centuries. That
Yes.
should be a curiosity enough for you.
Her
You shouldn't
blood
need
is
to
probably
collect-
pretty valuable.
and you should not need to collect everything. Give a touch of trust. We've just come off of a very terrible battle, and she has stated that she is with us. You,
She has stated her intent to destroy us.
yes,
And I
after
will.
she finds her other enemies. Your need for insurance does not need to keep coming at the expense of others. I'm very
Coming
disappointed
at the
in you.
expense of others? Where does this come from, Zaldor? When have I put you in danger?
He's a traitor. Kill him.
You have a
Silence,
bloodlust.
witch.
No, I have a lust for justice.
Yes, I believe that you find it to be justice. But you have a desire to hold things without giving of yourself. The slaver was one you wanted to see destroyed and ended. The blood witch's blood, the demon blood you just emptied. You carry a variety of things with you as some level of insurance.
No, as some level of power. And as a wizard, you should understand that. Do I tell you not to carry these baubles around in your cloak?
As a wizard, I have had to learn different things and learn what I can control and most certainly what I cannot.
Then I would expect you to understand more than any other here, yet you don't.
I'm trying to educate you, child.
I don't need your education, old man.
Galen, you do not need her blood. You need
You
the cloak.
don't get to decide what I need.
I'll take another step back.
So will I.
Pressing this with her is dangerous either way, Galen. I believe that what you are seeking puts us in more danger than less. That is why I am against it. I believe that
What knowledge do you have that tells you that?
it is. I have no knowledge as such. It is
So
an
you speak
intuition.
from
It
what?
is an intuition
Yes.
and a belief. That is what I speak from.
So yours,
I am not denying you.
your
Do
intuition
what you
and
want,
your
Galen.
belief is
I'm
more
giving you
important
my.
than mine.
No, I am not telling
Then
you what you
stand
need
back.
to do or not. I am giving you my opinion. You, however,
Heard. Stand
Galen,
back.
are treading on dangerous ground.
We all are.
One should never take what is not freely given. Especially if one thinks that they have a slave or someone in their power.
And I believe what you are doing will put us in more danger. I will not stop you from doing it, but I will tell you what you are doing is putting us in more danger. And at least 3 of us are in agreement.
Hemlock.
You will not be taking more blood than you need today from her. Whether it's temporary or not, she is an ally to our
She is
goal.
no ally.
Well, regardless, we need her, and we need her cooperation, whether she be an ally or not. And what you are doing will take us further from that goal, not closer. So we must get closer to the goal we seek. And what you are doing is getting us further away from it.
Ah, such wise.
Shut up!
Galen rolls his eyes at the uninformed bullshit that he's hearing from around the group.
Our first mega member
But-
appears.
And though he feels like there are members of this party making shit up, he puts the knife away and
All
steps
right.
back.
You feel a gentle gummy nibble on the back of your
Thank you.
My shade.
I will take your offering, which
So be it. And Kenet performs the ritual upon all members here.
All right. Everyone willing is tongued bloodily on the back of their neck.
There is now also a gentle rattling coming from the sarcophagus. Pay that no mind.
I feel like I should pay that some mind.
Galen, you want to check that out?
You first, Sir Yannick.
Emma will go over
Yeah,
to
Yannick's
the sarcophagus and open it.
All right.
weapon drawn.
Up pops from the sarcophagus
That's right.
a veiled head that floats and silently settles next to Kenet.
What does the head look like?
It is veiled. It is an undead form of a head that lacks a body, but
All right.
it floats about.
Like Arabic veil or bridal veil?
Mm. Probably like an Arabic veil,
All right.
Middle Eastern covering. You can see the features beyond the veil.
Okay.
What is this, Alkanet?
A curse and a blessing? A friend of mine acquired. It belongs to me.
What does it do?
It allows me to speak to he who listens. And the creature just floats there silently. Shall we leave?
Yes, please.
Alkanet, you are able to take them to the lowered lift that has no mechanism for control, and with a simple, gentle raise of her hand, it rises slowly up. Jericho quickly jumps and climbs on board.
He might have already been there.
It rises up, and she is able to get you guys all the way back up to the surface. Since it happens off screen, we don't need to ask questions about the water and all that crazy ass stuff. And
She does take a moment to go, well, if you simply read Thave, it would say this.
speak, friend, and enter.
Yes.
And you guys are all back out into that quarry on the bridge, making your way back into the mountains. What is your plan?
To sleep for about 3 days?
Yeah, I don't think we have a plan.
Nothing here feels natural. What have you all done to my Thave?
Nothing.
There's.
Not really much. I don't think it's us.
Let me tell you about the story of the corruption that fell from the sky.
Oh, please do.
Not 2 fortnights ago, there was a great, let's call it a comet, that fell out of the sky into a far east land over in Thave. And Zaldor will, as they walk and talk, continue to explain what he knows of the corruption that has fallen, the creatures that we found in it, the connection of the party that was there, the changes that we've gone through, and the ongoing quest to find the rest of the corrupted stone that we believe was taken back to Kassir, and the goals that Yannick will fill in from Carahel, I imagine, with the details of destroying the corruption before it infects all of the Ren.
Oh, that's great. And you can respond to, if you want, Kenet. I forgot to mention Hemlock, your Legion device, instead of having 3 lit rectangles, has 2 lit
I figured
rectangles.
I wasn't going to ask, though.
2 more charges.
Mm-hmm.
No response. The witch listens and walks along.
Well, maybe at this point Galen can respond by calling out a parallel to endangering the party
I gave that
with a
back to
blabbering
you.
mouth about a great weapon in the hands of our enemies.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are you concerned that our ally is not caught up to speed along with us?
You need to stop calling her an ally. She is nothing of the sort.
I am
And
nothing
you
of
also
the
need
sort.
to consider your tongue around those who mean us harm. And I will hear no more of you saying that I am a danger to the party through my actions.
And I do mean you harm. I think I would have given it. He's absolutely right. You should kill me now.
He has many conditions on him. One of them is hangry.
Even as we walk, Jericho stand not far, like 6 feet, kind of behind the mass of the group.
Okay.
I mean, not like so what's he doing way back there? Dangerously so, but
Jericho!
Where you guys headed?
Well, eventually, Kassir. But I'm curious about another of the Legion devices, that compass. We were just discussing who has it. I think Hemlock has it.
Okay.
Wants to pull that out and see. Because at one point it was kind of going a little haywire. But I want to see where that's pointed.
All right. It is this flattish rectangle, like a big thick coaster that has a light on it. And then as you move or rotate it, the light always stays in a cardinal direction. And it is in a different angle than what you first noticed and when you traveled to this location from the wreckage to here.
This is the one that just kind of... there was no light on it when we were transported, right? I think when we touched the strands and were transported to that other place where Jericho tried to kill that thing, the greeter.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It spun when it was there.
What cardinal direction is it pointing? Is it looking at it?
North by northwest.
That's not the direction we need to go. What do you guys think? Leave this be?
It is a curiosity and
Another
something
day.
that, we have
Is
this.
kind of the direction that Callie and Varro said she was headed to.
That would have been more northeast. This seems northwest. Was that correct?
I haven't looked at maps much.
Rescalan is north and west, north and east. This
Okay.
is more towards Mirskan or Tabenry.
Is it pointing towards home?
It's more in that direction than the other. It's hard to say, though.
I think we leave it. Leave it for another day.
We have these blood witches.
Something going on at home?
We're not going home, Jericho.
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
We don't know what's going on in him.
Okay.
I think this may point towards some device. Something important to the Legion that's relevant to this, but it's just currently in the direction of home, but who knows?
All right.
We need to find somewhere to get some rest.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I would love to set up a cabin, but I'm afraid I'm all out of spells.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. We'll give it a night, and we'll see if I can get something back later. For
You
now,
put up a good show, though.
say again.
You put up a good show, though.
Oh, thank you. That's
Maybe someday we'll try again, and you'll do better, or I will.
My bullets will still end you.
Probably. Maybe. The day will come. You'll have your
You
moment.
need to just
Galen might have been right.
quiet down.
Galen's always right.
Let's head back the way we came, and hopefully we can find
Like someplace to rest.
somewhere
Yes.
to rest.
We need to recuperate.
That'd be cool.
perhaps by the giant's lair.
Nope. There's probably still
Everybody kind of
100
looks away from each other.
100
Nobody makes eye
children.
contact.
100
What is
children.
this? Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Even
I
out
hope
Net's
Tark
heard
is
about
still
it.
A
around.
horror beyond you.
Yeah, she's like, oh, my beloved Talk. It's been so long.
Really, you're the second scariest thing out here.
After what we did to
All right.
Tark.
You guys travel through the hills and are able to camp and get some rest and wake up the next day refreshed, fully healed, and some conditions are going to fall off of some of you. A wounded condition.
Are you stroking yourself? What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Wounded condition comes off of everyone who has a wounded condition. And Galen, I think you have the most. What's going on there?
I dropped wounded 4 to 3. I'm also enfeebled, but it doesn't say how you get rid of enfeebled.
Well, yeah, we need to know the source. I can't remember the source. Might have been, I don't know.
I think it was before we got in the room.
Yeah, like some sort of
actually.
exhaustion
it
or
was
something
too,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I might. Let me double check.
I have 2 levels of fatigue.
One of those goes away.
Okay. I am drained 1.
That
Full night's rest, that goes away.
one drain goes away. Those of you who are dazzled
Yeah.
need to make some scary rolls. So you're at stage 1. You're making will 24 rolls, and
It's only Galen,
to
because Geggy was the other one.
no.
Oh, Yannick.
Yannick
was
is
also
also
dazzled.
dazzled.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, yeah.
keep making
I
them
have it right
until
there.
you go up or then down or stop. Oh, wait, it gets worse. There is a stage 5. I didn't scroll down far enough.
my
Stop
God.
when you get to 4 because level 5 is really bad. Does that make sense?
So say one more
Wait,
time for
one of the levels was that you go to sleep and can't be woken up.
Right.
What? There's another level?
Yeah. So DC 24 will, you're at stage 1. If you fail, you go down. And then if you succeed, you go up. Let's see. Let's just start with
Well, can I
Because this
ask
will matter.
a slightly technical question?
yes.
Does these this is like when they first wake up, they make these or something?
No,
like that?
this is that's every hour. So while you guys are traveling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Sir Yannick, let's make a couple rolls real fast. We'll do 24.
First one is going to be a 33.
Success. You're good. All right. Galen.
That'll be a hero point because that was a 4. Oh, that's a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Our problem may take care of itself.
You skip ahead to stage 3. Healing no longer works on you in the way you expect it to. Make another roll. 24. We'll keep making lots of 24s
We can just
unless you
ignore it.
fail.
Okay, that is a 16, 26, 29.
29. You're at stage 2. Healing now works. Roll again.
Can he be aided?
Nope. It's a curse. Not really.
Also a 29.
Okay.
going.
Stage 1.
24. That is a 24.
And you are cleansed of the curse.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
The
Got
witch
that real
hovers
scary.
The
to
witch
start there.
hovers over you.
Next time.
What was stage 5?
Immediate death after one
Oh,
day.
my
So you would have woken up
goodness.
not refreshed.
Less than refresh.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
I would also assume your oil has worn off by the time you wake up in the morning.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, 8 hours. All right. Is that it for the conditions, Galen?
Stupefied?
I'm still wounded 2, enfeebled 1, and fatigued 1. But yeah, other than that, I'm great.
Where was the stupefied
would have gone away.
Uh,
right?
Probably.
Yeah,
yes,
you said it
Zeldor
lasted for like an
stupefied
hour
due to
or
the
the end
yeah.
of the dungeon, something like that.
cursed voices. The voices of the
Yeah,
specters.
that was just an hour or so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
And then your fatigue has gone away? Or no, went down 1.
One,
That's right.
one level.
So your fatigue
Enfeebled
1,
1,
enfeebled
fatigued
1.
1, wounded 2.
Not enfeebled? Not enfeebled.
I am.
Your initial
Sorry.
enfeeble was 1. That should go away.
Yeah, I don't think you're enfeebled.
Oh, okay, great.
I think that's temporary. Great. All right, that gives almost all the condition cards back to the rest of the group to use. You guys are traveling again another day and are out of these hills and are into the desert proper, where it is warmish in the day. It's still wintertime in the desert, but gets very cold in the evening. Anything special you're doing? You also recover yet another level of wounded and fatigued. And I need to know where you're headed. You're now out of these mountains. You can hoof it weirdly and strangely southwest towards the Tower of Selection. That's a place that you know, a point of interest. Or instead of southwest and having to find it, which is a little hard, you can head straight west towards Kassir. Or someplace else of whatever you want.
Zaldor's vote is to follow Kenet straight to Kassir. The reason we went to see Kenet was for the preparation. I can't think of any other prep that we would need.
Nope.
To head in, so I just head straight there.
We have what we need, I believe.
I hope you have a plan for entering the city.
You said you had ways to get in.
Yes, to the castle, to the queen. Many different ways.
Do we need to get into the walls first? You don't have a way to get into the city proper.
The city was built hundreds of years ago, and since then, I'm sure walls have been erected that I am not familiar with.
We still have that writ of trade.
Indeed. You know no safe way into the city, Witch?
No.
Well,
Violent ways. But you wouldn't be in the mood for that, I don't think.
Oh, I feel refreshed.
Then how do we turn these witches against each other?
I don't know that that's our goal.
What was the name of that witch living in the mountains up to the north, I believe?
yes, excellent question.
Yes,
She was the one that was working with
the Cairn Witch.
Melodine's magical.
Do you know the Cairn Witch?
Do I know the Cairn Witch?
No.
The one
Too young
on
to
Drury
find out.
Lange?
I know that Apprentice Maius could get us outside of the city just a couple of miles. He indicated that was something that was possible without detection.
So much new blood since I've come here.
We should not introduce her to the Tower of Selection.
I agree. I don't believe
I've been
there's
looking for that for ages.
I don't believe there's any way that we could get in that would without their direct invitation. Towers of Selection are built that way.
Sir Yannick,
Yes.
I think it's important we stay focused on our goal.
Yes.
On our goal.
Yes.
Caught in the loop.
Do you care to elaborate?
Have you forgotten what our goals are and what they're not?
Would you like me to step away out of earshot? I'll be just over this rise.
You're
Now, Kenet
speaking in
begins to
riddles.
wander away.
All right,
What
Alkenet's
do you
wandering
mean?
away.
Just our goal is not government transformation.
And what is our goal?
Originally, we came here to seek out that Callan Varro lady. Wanted us to check out that rock that fell from the sky.
Yes. And I'm sorry, I thought I spoke to you of the vision from Carahel. Have I not mentioned that to you? I thought I thought I had. She spoke directly to me, and as such, as we were headed down to fight against this blood witch, I was given divine guidance. And in that, Carahel herself spoke to me and said that we must command this blood witch, and we must turn the witches against each other. We must go beyond what our original goal was, and we must disrupt these witches. And that will help Thave, that will help Varen, that will help us. But
Okay, I hear that. I don't want us to necessarily conflate what you say you heard Carahel talk about with what the creepy shade lady says her goals are. Because,
By the way, as you say that, Jericho, she is nowhere to be seen.
she's probably gone now.
Hemlock would have hella been paying attention.
All right, Hemlock, you
she's just gone. She left.
you follow her. She has gone over a dune and is walking away and out into the wasteland. I believe, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, when I'll let this happen.
Okay.
But
Let's not necessarily. All I'm saying, I don't know politics and I don't know religion. Let's just not necessarily say that what Carahel wants and what she wants are the same thing.
No, I would not say that at all.
Okay.
But I think she is a
It's been
means
sounding
to
like-
that end. No, she is.
I've been hearing
A
the
tool.
ally and
Not for me. You haven't. Maybe Saldor's used that term. I don't know, but I did not.
okay. That's all I'm saying.
I am not viewing Kenet as an ally. She is a tool that must be used at this time because by divine grace, I have been given some insight on how we might be able to defeat our enemies. And this is that path as far as I can tell.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Do you happen to know if Alkanets or blood witches like carrots? I'm making a stew, and I haven't had to serve a blood witch before, and I was wondering if...
Carrots are a favorite of blood witches, in fact.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
I like
To the
I like it.
closest town.
All right. Hemlock, you were chasing after this evil old witch.
well, I didn't. Once she started wandering off, I just started following her, and
Okay.
then, like she got to the top, and then started
just
and like
kept walking.
Alkanet,
What?
where are you going?
To someplace nearby. I feel the need to sacrifice.
I don't think you need to do any more sacrificing today.
I disagree. I think it all the time.
You can think all you want, but you cannot do it. I will not allow you to sacrifice anything.
Alkanet turns slowly and begins to
You need to
trudge
come back.
back.
Trudge.
All right.
Stay with this group.
Where's the group headed? Still not sure I have an answer to that one.
So we're just heading to the big city? Is that where we're going?
That seems to be what we have done all of this to accomplish, yes.
Let's just go.
All right. You guys head. I think I said west. I was totally wrong with west. East.
West,
So
West
sorry.
felt weird.
Yeah.
Southeast.
Southeast
You're the
was
DM.
the tower. East, straight east is the.
That felt so weird.
It's
to
my
me.
west. If you east to the capital of Thave, the city of Kasir. You guys head in that direction for several days traveling through this desert. It's not harsh, but someone's going to need to make a survival roll, and I think maybe your best survivalist is no longer with you. Someone will need to make the roll.
He is technically.
Someone need to make a survival roll twice for the group overall for some light possible fatiguing.
I believe Yannick is second in survival,
Okay.
honestly, at plus 10.
I might be somewhere near the bottom of this list.
You are, don't worry.
At the bottom.
Plus 10? All right, that sounds like nobody's better.
Hold on, let me give you a
Galen?
number. Hold on.
Are you just refusing?
Oh no, I'm a 7.
You're looking at a 23, 2 23s.
First one is a 29.
Nice.
And the second one is a 14.
Almost.
Hero point.
Critical failure.
I do not have any hero points.
All right. Traveling the first half is relatively uneventful. The second, it's warming up a little bit more, and even in this wintertime in the desert, the harsh sands blowing, even with Yonik's advice and paths chosen.
The dune to the left, I swear.
One person gains a...
As Al Kenet's face just popped up on our screen.
One person gains a level of fatigue that is not you or Al Kenet.
Galen
gains. That was fast.
I'm sorry.
Well,
You may not live long enough to regret that.
That is a dick move. If you thought that stopping him from drawing Alkanet's blood was bad, you've salted your own grave.
Hopefully that
man.
was in character. This was probably a little out of character, but
Just because that's now been decided, I just want to say I would have to roll a natural 20 to get a 23 on survival.
You look tired, Galen.
It's normal for me.
All right.
During that travel, knowing that Alkanet has wandered off, and was talking about blood sacrifices and
Well, I'm still here.
and hearing about.
I would not have told anyone that.
Oh, you wouldn't have told the party that she went off to go blood sacrifice.
secrets.
Cool.
Kill him now.
Cool.
It's our little secret, eh?
Great level of trust right now.
yeah.
Side note to those watching at home: this is how a group falls apart.
Days of travel go by, and after quite some time, the group can see the great city of Kassir in the east. Beyond the dunes, there is a road that you've been going parallel to, probably keeping your distance from the road, and you see some wagons and stuff making their way across into the city, but a whole lot of people on foot in groups of 30 or 40 at a time, slowly walking along, peasant type folks in their deserty robes and cloaks, but you see just like maybe 8 different gaggles of these 40 people heading off the road in the opposite direction. The city you can see is a huge wall, some 60 feet tall. It rises up of dark stone and then curls over in kind of a smooth curve and just dominates the landscape even from this distance. You can see a couple spires of buildings and towers. Perhaps one of those might be the fabled Queen Spire where the Ashen Queen lives. Somewhere within there is a danger that is threatening Varen as a whole, and you guys continue to make your way there. There is a huge area of tents and little mini bazaars, stables, caravan spots to unload and trade. You've seen some of this in some of the smaller towns here in Thave. This is at a much larger scope. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people just in the outside area, several, probably 1,000. Probably a good quarter of which, 250, are in a massive line just to get into the city gate. There's a bunch of wagons, a bunch of people just waiting, and they're all just waiting to get through, and it's a big process is what you see. Occasionally you'll see some armed red armored guy racing off on a horse in one direction or the other. You see some guards that are posted at this big gate. You can hear some gongs going off every so often inside the city. You're not quite sure what that means, and you guys are now approaching into that tent city area.
We don't wait in line. I am queen, first queen of Thave, and I do not wait in line.
So how do we get in?
Oh.
You're proposing we just walk up and stroll right in?
Also, it's worth noting you're not the current Queen of Thave, and they only recognize one queen at a time. So let's make sure that we get in first, even if it means waiting a little bit of time, so that once we dethrone the queen, you perhaps may take your throne back. Wouldn't you like that?
Yannick, you feel something while they are conversing, something odd and unusual that makes you unsettled.
Is it a knife in his butt?
No, it is not.
Your words are appealing.
It is a strange little vibration coming from your left lapel area underneath your armor.
I'm out. I'm following that. I say nothing to nobody.
Son of a bitch.
I have to go.
Give me all of your money. I have someplace I have to be.
I would encourage you, along with what Zaldor said, to have a little check on your hoity-toityness. You are not the queen. You are twice defeated, deposed queen.
I hate you.
Well,
That's a perfect place to start.
just remember, you killed my friend, and my friend killed you. So, I guess that clearly states where we're at with all this.
Zaldor, you also feel a strange little vibration inside your robe on the chest area.
Oh, my.
You check it out, and you see it is a strange pin, the Meyer pin, given to you by Callian Varro some time ago. Galen, you also have the same experience, as you have one of those pins, even though you were not given one specifically.
What the hell is this?
Mine's having a magical reaction of some sort.
I detect
it.
It seems to grow more intense as you move around.
What does this mean?
Why do we walk amongst these peasants?
This
is very uncomfortable. I
Zaldor
blame all of you.
Will assume he's detecting
Would you rather
magic.
be in your sarcophagus?
Yes.
Too bad.
Zaldor?
Following the vibrations of the Meyer pin, you said it gets stronger as I move in different directions?
Yes.
Zaldor will continue to move towards where it is going stronger. So following the reaction signals.
Zaldor kind of departs from the group and heads
Yep.
All right, parallel the wall of the city.
Kenet stays where she is.
No.
You're coming with me.
We're going to give you to Galen if you keep pulling that shit.
All right.
Does it cause any consternation that there is a floating head?
Yeah, we're going to need to put that head away.
Put a veil over the veiled head.
So,
Put a bag over it.
GM, point of
Yes.
order, just a question, real quick question. So the Meyer pins that we received do not those.
Yes, anyone who has a Meyer pin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just asking.
Yes,
because,
sorry.
we didn't get included in that. It might have been selective.
No.
Okay.
We're going to follow the clue.
Omen pins.
You walk around with this strange little butterfly-shaped pin in your hand that looks like it might be worth maybe a gold in value, but it seems to be getting more and more intense as it little vibrates. It seems like maybe there's a bit of a fluttering movement to it, but you're not sure if it's a trick of the eye. And after some point of you thinking about it, it grows more and more intense, and you arrive at a tent, a big, wide, circular pavilion-style tent.
Seems to be leading us here.
What do you mean? What is leading us here? Some special effect?
When I say us, I don't mean you. Be quiet.
Are you gonna go in?
Yes.
Can I go in?
No.
I think you and I are gonna stay out here, and you're not gonna go wandering off. And I grab the spectral head and shove it into my bag.
Oh, how rude!
Galen, are you with me?
Emlock, are you solid out here on your own?
Yes.
Don't bother the guys with
I'm gonna not talk
the
to
ones?
anyone.
the stabby ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Galen, are you holding the big fuck off emerald?
Nope.
Okay.
We don't know what this is.
That's true.
You should go with your friends.
I do not trust you, so I'm going to
You should
stay
trust
here
me.
with you.
I will stay right here.
No, I do not trust you.
For some indeterminate length of time.
In Dave.
All right. You said you were going in there, Yannick?
Yeah,
You-
it sounds like Yannick and Galen at least were going in together. I don't know anybody else.
Yes, Aldo will.
Quit trying to get rid of everybody.
I'll go inside.
This is me. This is me.
Yes, but
You
which
three.
Yeah, Kenet.
I'm liking this.
The trust that is just breaking down in this room.
We open the flap and you see there is not a tent interior inside. Instead, you see a slightly swirling grayish portal in before you.
I'm sure it's fine.
He proceeds tongue first.
Every portal has always worked out for us.
Galen will check to see if it's cursed in any way.
All right, how would you like to do that?
Well, my esoteric lore ability lets me do kind of recall knowledge on curses and haunts and things of that nature.
All right, you have no idea what this is.
I mean, we could pussyfoot around this, but let's just get it on. And Yannick will let's get it on. Yannick will walk into the portal.
All right, Yannick enters and disappears as he fades into this portal. And
If I
is-
see that, I'm jumping after Jan because I'm not getting away from him.
Okay,
Well, shit. And Galen walks through.
all right.
Zaldor
As you.
is speaking to Hemlock. Hemlock, count down from about 3 ticks of the sun. If we're not back by then, you might need to come rescue us.
What does 3 ticks from the sun?
He's gone!
The wizard does not explain.
How can that? 3 ticks of the sun?
They start to buddy up outside.
Do not bond with her!
By the time we get back, it's like
back to making
they're
out.
just whispering to each other.
He's in red armor. I've got a throne.
They're holding hands.
That's not what I
He's
said.
got
Alki.
more hickeys now in the back of his neck.
How can that's pregnant?
Oh, God. So musty and dry. Okay.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Bring out the head. All right. That's what it's for.
Give
Just
another
a
ham
black
potion.
mask
I want
over.
to give it to you.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
The worst part is we had someone do a dungeon raid with 8 people right about now, so that's unfortunate on our channel.
I'd love to tell you that it's not usually like this, but
But it is.
Well, it's not. Mondays are not like this. Wednesdays are not like this.
All right. So we
You-
just leaped headlong into a portal.
You step into this portal. You arrive inside an area that is not the interior of a tent, but it doesn't also seem out of place. It is a room of stone, say 60 by 60 feet, with a glossy brown tiled floor. It has red lights that hang from the ceiling and glow magically. There are exotic rugs on the floor. There is an angular pond that runs down the middle of the room with floating little lilies in yellow light that drift with the water slightly. The place smells of jasmine and flowers. We have a bard with a cult and a wizard with arcane. The two of you realize that your connection to magic is gone within this place and your spells will not function.
Oh, that's terrifying.
what is?
I have no spells. And for that matter, I have 0 connection to magic at all.
Galen's sword comes out.
All right.
Yeah. Is Yannick's connection to Carahel still there? Does he still feel her?
You do not.
So I couldn't do a lay on
Could
hands.
not.
Suddenly crippled.
Yeah.
I don't like this place anymore.
This armor's so heavy.
Hear the flap of sandaled feet coming from the distance of a doorway. And in comes a man, a slightly portly human man with a very fine satin robe over him of a bright pink color. He's got jeweled fingers as well. And he walks in and he says, "Greetings, my friends. I am Maya at your service." And he does a graceful bow.
And what service do you provide?
You have found my establishment through one of my pins, which shows you are men of power and good standing. Please feel free to leave your dirty weapons and uncomfortable armor at the door. Come, we shall then relax together before we do trade.
I go digging through my backpack to find my sling. Pulling some stuff out. Okay. And then
Hold on, it's in here somewhere.
And then just the long leather strap with the little pocket in the middle, and I go, all right.
He points to a nice looking new chest to place your martial gear.
If it's all the same, I'd like to maintain my symbol of Carahel, which is attached to my armor.
He nods, of course.
And my fishard.
He shakes his head.
It's
No.
also attached to my armor.
It's my sentimental weapon.
It's more of a talisman for Shard.
You wouldn't part an old man from his staff, would you?
Forgive us, Meyer. We've arrived here battered after many events you might not believe. We may be a little hesitant to give up our weapons.
Well, you are safe here as we conduct business. It is for your protection somewhat, but mainly for mine. I must keep my wares safe as well as myself. Please, I have refreshments in the adjoining room.
I'm skipping in.
Ooh. Refreshments.
I heard refreshments. That there is an actual skip.
Okay.
It's a cute little gnome skip.
Okay. Galen puts his sword in the sword and breastplate into the chest.
All right. Anyone not leaving their armor or weapons behind?
From the other room, you hear, "Ooh, lemonade!"
Well, Yannick got permission to carry his best breastplate in since it has the symbol of Carahel on it.
No, he would not let that.
Okay. Well, he'll
Sorry, I thought it was just a
D-robe.
symbol.
The weird retcon
Coming
question.
in naked.
We walked into the tomb of Kenet and found a blood staff, like a magic staff that I was intending to attune to it after we had left, if we had left. Would Kenet have requested or acquired that staff, or would there have been an issue with Zaldor hanging on to that?
Required? No. You can do whatever you want with it.
Okay. Then in that case, we'll talk about attunement a little bit later on, like it should have happened, but that'll leave it there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You can identify and figure it out, I guess, on that time. So it is a level 6 item that can cast spells. It casts Daze, Bane level 1, Ill Omen level 1, Blood Vendetta level 2. So Bane level 1, Ill Omen level 1, Blood Vendetta level 2, and Warrior's Regret level 2.
Oh, shoot.
And then you have a number of, when you tune this, it has a number of charges, I think, equal to the highest level of spells you can cast. So you're 4.
Yeah.
So you could cast 2 of the level 2s or 4 of the level 1s, for example, and then infinite cantrips. In addition, if an enemy fails a saving throw against any spell that has the curse trait, you gain temporary hit points equal to double that spell's level.
Wow.
It's level item 6.
That's a really strong item.
Worth 250 gold as well.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Come back to that later.
In the next room is a sitting room. It is a cushioned floor, almost wall to wall, and there's already gnomish skipping happening across the cushioned floored room.
It might be like bouncing.
Yeah. And you can tell it's magically kept clean. There's a prestidigitation concept going on there. There's also some raised sofas of cushions that are against the walls. There's red and gold drapery that hang from the ceiling that creates a canopy. There is refreshing water, and I'll add to the notes lemonade as well, presented in fine cups. And Meyer presents them on a nice little silver platter. So enjoy, relax, and sit. And he sits cross-legged in the middle of the room and drinks as well.
Why have you brought us here, Meyer? These are your pins. They led us to you. Why have you called us?
He says, oh, you were not informed of their purpose. Or my purpose, then. This happens from time to time.
No. We're super ignorant.
Well, I'm a dealer of items of antiquity and value, and actually, first, I forget myself. Tell me what news. Where are you from? What can you share from your land? I'm always curious.
Oh my, there is so much. And I it's just like vomit in the mouth from Jericho.
Okay, Jericho goes on and on and on, much to Galen's dismay, revealing every detail and
the boat wouldn't go anywhere, so I put my blood in this bucket up in the front, and then it took us across this lava, and then we killed the demon, and he was super bad, but he was like a ship captain, but he had like 1,000 million ships that were all the same, except they were spread out, one time on the water and another time in space, and Galen almost fell off a whole bunch of them, like 8
beast
times.
in the sky. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was like this giant thing that was coming down out of the sky, like chasing us. We were jumping and running from. Anyway, then there was the we're in Thave right now. Did you know that you're in Thave right now?
And it goes on and on and on.
Anyway, we just killed the lady that used to rule the place, but now she's
and
like
on
a
and
friend
on
of
and
ours.
on and on.
She's got a floating
Finally,
head.
Meyer's like, oh my God.
No, he
Sorry,
loves
I
it.
asked.
He consumes it all. He's super excited. He doesn't share much, but he's always excited. Tell me more. And it goes on as the group is refreshed.
My grandma had bunions really bad this one time.
Meyer says, well, that is absolutely wonderful. And it is nice getting to meet you and I assume the others.
I'd introduce them all during it. And Zaldor did this one thing when I first met him because he wasn't a rat anymore.
Once the conversation wraps up about the news, he says, well, let us get to business then, shall we, my friends?
How refreshed are we?
You gain no additional refreshment.
You gain spite. Level 1.
He says, so to answer your question, good sir, I provide valuable items to those who have means and those who would put them to good use as well. I can help you based on what means you can provide. So first, if you have some idea of roughly a net worth of value you might be able to spend here.
Like a budget?
Here at Meyer's Emporium, we accommodate all budgets and tastes, and it will help me know where to go next with you. We can take also items in return, which I might be able to sell to others as well.
I have a little bit over 100 gold. And
Excellent.
maybe a 2,000 gold emerald as well floating around somewhere.
Excellent.
How interested are you in
You sure
the
you don't want to
esoteric
join?
Not
things?
leaving you.
Things that themselves don't have value except for the power potential within them.
No, I'm afraid only open and honest trade of items of value are what I am about.
I have 321 gold.
All right.
Oh, bargain basement.
So I hear 100 and 300, so we're looking at about 400 for the four of you.
He just kind of looks at the other two. I got 51 gold.
Excellent.
I have my hat and a charming smile. There is a staff out front, however, that I left behind per your request that might have some value in it. Otherwise, I'm afraid I do not have any gold.
Wonderful. Well, with that amount of money, say 450, I have some potions you might be interested in, and some small items that could be of great value to you in whatever your endeavors entail.
Let's have a look.
He walks you down out of this room and into a hallway, large hallway, tall ceiling decorated with beautiful paintings and inlaid brass along the walls, and goes over to several doors and goes to a particular door that has some weird magic symbols you can't decipher on it, takes out a key, unlocks it, and opens up the door. It's a heavy door, but it swings open without a sound. And inside you see a room that is filled with cases of gold and dark mahogany shelving with a menagerie of different items. There is a nullifying field that makes those of you who cast spells feel even more zeroed out with your magic and just feeling very mundane. The other thing
This is what it's like to be you? This is terrible.
The other thing of note, you see one of the giant statue items is not a giant statue item, but a large adamantine golem that stands there silently in the corner, keeping guard on this room as well.
How much for the golem?
Yeah, I'm afraid he is not quite for sale.
Not quite for sale.
Need a squire.
Yeah, Squire Golem.
He shows you several items that are for sale. He has an antidote elixir to help with poison for 3 gold, an anti-plague elixir for 3 gold, an elixir of life for 30 gold.
Is that 3d8 plus 10? What is the elixir of life?
I'll have to double check. It's not the moderate one. And he has a shadow rune for sale. Where did it go? There it is. A shadow rune for sale, which will give you a +1 bonus to stealth checks that gets permanently attached to your armor. As long as your armor has a +1 potency to it, it can slot in this additional rune.
Oh, nice.
And that one is 55 gold. Do any of these suit your needs?
I'd like to continue browsing.
Yeah. I mean,
One of you needs to come out and get the goddamn emerald.
yeah. We have a friend outside who has an amount of money. I would like to leave and return if that is possible.
Of course, of course.
Well, as you have money and I do not, I have no problem switching out with poor Hemlock.
Great idea. Get out of here.
Good. Pleasure meeting you. I'll take this lemonade to the road and I'll walk my way.
We'll sell that staff for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Are you willing to part with that staff?
Yes. I find that it's terribly dangerous, perhaps, and if it got out of my hands, it would be much more dangerous around where we are.
It's been in my coven for ages.
How much did I say it was?
2 something.
260, I
60?
think. Okay.
Oh.
280 if it were a day.
I'm hearing whispers in
We
my
just
ear.
rewind it back. You said
I think he
310.
said 620, right?
I have a late night, last minute hero point to give out. Frank, who's going to get that?
Me.
He's deciding, other than Al Kenet. Actually, Al Kenet can receive it now.
I am a
Because she's an
hero.
ally, Galen.
It is
She's an ally.
official.
Not until you get the point. It's not.
No, Frank says no to Al Kenet.
Wow.
No.
Who's going to get it?
Who doesn't have one? I need to know. I'm going to give it to...
Yannick. Yannick gains the hero point.
Because he didn't have one.
That's
No,
correct.
that
I
was
did
that
not have one.
He's used like 6.
All right, there's
I
some
have.
sort of swapping going on?
Yeah. So, Hemlock Tag, you head on in. Don't forget the lemonade.
No, I'll just give it. I'll stay outside. I'll just give you I trust
You should
that-
go. We have much to talk about, the wizard and I.
Yes. I understand that
sure?
there's some wonderful things to shop for there. You should try the lemonade.
What? I mean, this part of this is yours. What would you like?
Yeah,
Surprise
it's
you?
fun. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll surprise you.
Yes.
So, yeah, Hemlock will go in.
All right.
Alki, may
Keep
I
an
call you
eye out.
Alki?
Yeah.
Hemlock, you head inside. You are greeted. You are refreshed. You are brought into the display room with the potions and the shadow rune. And then you are offering something.
Oh, yeah, I bring out this, like, fist-size emerald. And say I
nice
have
piece of
I
glass.
have this to offer in trade.
He says, "Oh, excellent." And
Do you let the head out?
Sell that.
and the staff as well.
Oh, yes.
He will offer the 260, and then when he looks at the gem and says, and he gets an eyeglass to it and looks at it and says, and hands it back to you and says, "We need to go to another room."
That's the spirit.
And he walks out of this room, locks it, walks down several doors to another room, unlocks that. There you see more display cases with many more things. Another adamantine golem there as well.
Is this one for sale?
He says, "Not quite." And he says, "I could do no more than for this gem, 21,510.
Are we sure we want to sell this?
Is it magical in some way or just as a mundane value?
It is just exquisite in its construction."
Then I would say yes.
He didn't exactly answer the question.
He said it's just exquisite in its construction.
Yeah, but is that it's just exquisite or it's just exquisite?
Is it magical or not?
It is not magical.
Okay, let's sell it.
He sells it for 21,000 in total, everything the staff, not including the money you had said you have, so just the staff and the gem, 21,770 gold in
That is
value.
so much more than the 3,000 we estimated.
Guys,
Not all estimates are accurate.
Whatever you do, don't
So
tell
that puts us
Zaldor. He
over
likes having no money.
Is the golem for sale now?
You're going to leave with a cow instead of some
We're just
beans or
going to
whatever.
send it into cashier and just go, cause mayhem.
That puts us over 22,000 with the gold.
Yeah,
Pretty wild.
All right.
not for long.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to do this in character because there's a crap ton of items. We're going to do some shopping here. I'm going to provide an image list to share for Jeremy to show here on anyone watching the video as well.
Oh, sorry.
We can buy that.
I think we already did.
The face of Alcanet just came up on the screen.
Yeah, Dimto.
And then I'm going to go over each of the items bit by bit. If you see something that interests you, write down the name, or I can go back for descriptions, kind of like we do character leveling. We'll have the prices there.
Speaking of.
Oh, sorry.
I can throw that away.
Wow, that is a big list.
You got it-
Zaldor,
you got it on there?
if you
Yeah.
want, Kenet can stay put. You can go and buy in this. if
We
you
can
want
just
some
say
of
you
this.
can buy through
Yeah.
back
Right.
and forth.
Sure, yeah.
With
Jericho be the
with
gopher.
Hemlock, Jericho, yeah. All right, so
Okay, it's called a scope of limning. What's that? I'll find out. Okay.
So here's what we have. It's gonna be a while. Here we go. This will be fun. So those of you listening or watching, if you're not interested in shopping, just this is the end of the
Turn it
episode. Turn it off. Join us next week because this is gonna be a long time of good shopping. So again, we have the antidote for 3 gold, which is a +2 bonus to fortitude saves, or a +3 for fortitude saves for moderate, which is 35 gold. Anti-plague is the same thing, 3 and 35 for a +2 or +3 against fortitude against diseases versus poisons.
Blast.
Elixir of life. There is a 30 gold one that heals 3d6 +6, or a 150 gold one that's 5d6 +12. He has near infinite versions of these, so you can have multiples. Life Shot. We saw that come into play not too long ago.
Yeah.
He's got a 5 gold piece 1d4, hit points to heal, and then a 50 gold piece single shot, 3d4 plus 3. He has transposing ammunition. This is a level 9 item of 125 gold, temporary 1 use.
Whoa.
When you activate the ammunition, instead of making a strike against a foe, you fire transmutation ammunition at any unoccupied square within your weapon's first range increment, and you automatically hit it. You then immediately pull yourself through the astral plane, teleporting you and your stuff to that location.
That is super
What?
cool.
So it's a shooting teleport.
That's super rad.
For like 125 gold, that's
Like an
Portal
emergency.
guns?
a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
A handful of them would, 3 to 5 of them.
So slow down.
I mean, like
there.
3 to 5.
Explosive
Not saying 20.
ammunition, also level 9, 130 gold. When activated, it explodes in a 10-foot burst. So you shoot and you hit that area. It deals 66 fire damage. You have to hit the target, and it hits the target and anyone else within a 10-foot burst for 66 fire damage. They make a reflex save to get out of the way.
Is that... Oh, okay, the reflex. Okay, yeah.
So those are our temporary items. Then we have some weapon runes. So, let me double check your image there. Yeah, it looks good. So the weapon runes, all of you have most of you have a potency rune of a +1 for your main weapons. So that means it can hold one of these enhancement runes, such as the flaming rune. So you can't have 2. You can only have 1 because you have a +1 weapon. Does that make
You
sense?
get the potency
Right.
rune +2.
So the striking rune counts as using the potency, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay then.
So you can keep the striking rune plus add a flaming rune.
A flaming or
else.
something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So these cool augmenting runes we have are flaming. Your weapon now deals an additional 1d6 fire. So you now just roll an additional 1d6 every time you strike. Plus, if you critically hit, it does 1d10 persistent fire.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad. That's 500 gold. The frost rune to add to your weapon. This can be ranged or a melee. It does additional 1d6 cold, and on a critical, each of the same thing. Critical does something different. The target is slowed 1 unless it makes a fort save. That could be really bad against bosses. And then a shock rune. 1d6 extra damage. On a critical, it hits 2 other creatures for that 1d6 within 10 feet. So that's additional damage you're spreading around, and there's no attack roll on the spreading. It just happens. And then there's an extend. Those are all 500. Then there's an extending rune, which is 700. It's only onto a melee weapon. It allows you to extend your weapon to impossible lengths. For 2 actions, you make 1 strike, so very inefficient, but your weapon has a strike range of 60 feet. Literally.
Go,
Galen
gadget.
raises his hand immediately.
Those are weapon runes. In addition, there's the potency rune on which Seth pointed out. That is a +2 permanent bonus to your item. We will just swap it out for your +1. I've factored that into prices and crap along those ways. So that is 935 gold. So +2 now to your attack weapon instead of +1 is obviously significant. If you're new to Pathfinder, I highly recommend that if you're weapon based. And then it increases you to be able to have 2 different property runes now. You can have flame and fire. I believe you cannot have the same rune twice, though. You couldn't have 2 flame. Double check.
Are
that
there
real fast.
or can we assume there's like infinite of these if we buy one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot have the same rune twice.
No, but if like
Yeah.
Yonic buys
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
No, just
There's
double
not
checking that.
just one extending room that we
Yeah.
can pick. Yeah. Both.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, infinite. Armor runes now. Let me know if you have any questions. Moving on to armor runes. There's the Shadow rune we mentioned before. There's the cheap 55 one, which isn't bad. Permanently increases your stealth by +1. And then there's a +2 version, which is 650 gold. These are also property runes. So if your armor has +1, you can only slot in 1. If you have no +1 in your armor, I don't know if that's the case for anyone, you cannot slot in any of these properties.
I have an armor rune, I believe.
Pretty much all of us got one at one point.
Yeah.
I
So
think
we can get
most
one more
everyone
in.
has one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's the Bitter rune, which I love, 135 gold. While you wear this Acrid army, any creature that engulfs you or swallows you whole is sickened 1. And if they decide to try and vomit that up by spending an action, then you get a free escape as part of that vomit up.
Nice.
Resistance rune. This is another waving my hand for those of you that are new to Pathfinder. This is 340 gold. It does not count as a property rune, so you can just add it. And it is a +1 to every saving throw.
Woo! Dang. That is juicy.
Oh, whoa.
Energy resistant armor rune. This is back to the property ones. You choose acid, cold, electricity, or fire, and you gain +5 resistance permanently to that damage type.
Nice.
You know, we can obviously see how that would be value. Gliding rune, 450. As an action, you glide toward the ground 5 feet down and 25 feet forward through the air. And as long as you provide one action and you haven't touched the ground, you can just keep gliding. It's not a perfect feather fall, but it's pretty close to it. If you're falling shorter than it takes for an action, you're going to hit. But if you're falling planned or unplanned far, you can just trigger this and glide safely.
Nice. Galen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, ears perked up. 100%.
The Slick rune is the next one. You get a +1 to any acrobatics checks. When I say +1, how much did I have listed there? 450?
Yeah.
+2 to acrobatics checks to escape or squeeze. So someone grabs you, has a hold of you, you can sleek out of that easily.
No more greasing up Jericho.
Then
That shouldn't stop us.
There's the advancing rune. This is only for heavy armor. It charges up as you defeat your foes, driving you forward across the battlefield with every victory. As a free action during your turn, if your last action or activity reduced an enemy to 0 hit points, you get to stride 15 feet wherever you want to go, and it does not trigger reactions. You drop someone, and you just move forward wherever you want to go.
Interesting.
Then there's the portable rune, 660 gold. For 3 actions, you take off your armor in 3 actions, and it unfolds into a amulet that you can now wear around your necklace and totally conceal that you have armor.
It's the Tony Stark rune.
There you go. If your armor has runes that might make sense to transfer, like gliding, it will be able to transfer into your body, but none of the protections will, but some of those after effects. Wearing it, though, still takes 1 minute to put on, which is, I think, less than most armor. It still can take a while. But that's portable.
Interesting.
And then retaliation rune only for shields. As a free action once per hour. How much does this cost?
1,000.
1,000
Oh,
gold.
my God. All right. Free action once per hour. You shield block a melee strike as the trigger. You unleash force damage against the creature that made the triggering attack.
Nice.
They take 8d4 force damage versus a 27 save to try and not get hit. So you block it, and that force damage again is super hard to resist. Almost irresistible.
You're not even writing that one
At
down.
average
That's just like
2.5, that's still 20 points.
Seems very Yannicky.
It does. Yannick hasn't carried a shield in a while.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the catch.
But
He has a nice one.
he does.
And we also might get you an extending rune.
All right. So now we had, those were our weapons. So those are temporary weapon and armor runes. And then he has for sale miscellaneous permanent items. Do not let miscellaneous deflate any of the coolness of these at all. So he has bracers of missile deflection. There's a 52 gold one when you, as a reaction, once per day, a ranged weapon attacks you but doesn't critically hit. You can add +2 to your armor class to make it a failure. You get to wait to see that it hits and see if you can bump that to a failure once per day. Or you can get the 650 gold one, then it's once every 10 minutes. You can do that. Excuse me. Energy robe. Brightly colored robe. Which type is it that I write down here? Thank you. For 2 actions, once per day, you speak your command word and you gain the benefit of the fire robe. You then gain resistance to fire 5 for a minute, and you gain a +30 status bonus to your speed as little delicate flames are left behind as you run.
Yeah, nice.
Ring of Wizardry. These are all
Fortune's coin.
You missed. Yeah, you skipped Fortune's coin.
Sorry, I got it on there. Do I have that on there?
Yep.
It's just out of a
360 and
different
1,000.
order.
360 and 1,000. Fortune's coin.
Thank you. I just have it out of order. Okay. Fortune's coin should be 450. So I got
Ring
those
of
reversed.
Wizardry is 450.
Yeah, I got those 2 prices
Got it.
reversed. So sorry about that. Fortune's coin is 450. You have a coin that means something to you. As an action trigger, you fail a check or an attack. This is going to be hard for an attack because you have to have it in your hand. That's the catch. But you're going to do something important, going to make it a check, have it in your hand. You fail the check or attack, flip the coin. If you get a 12 or higher on a flat die, you get to... sorry. Ooh, even better. You fail a check or attack, and then you get a 12 on the roll, and then add your modifiers after it.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How often can you use that?
If it lands on you're immune to the coin for 1 hour. Let me double check this. Flip the coin. If it lands on the no. Hold on. If it lands,
So it's a little binary thing. Flip the coin, heads, tails.
not quite. Okay. You will flip a coin. So Jeremy's excited. You will flip a coin. If it lands on the side you want, you get a 12 on the die that you were rolling and then add any modifier. So that's super cool. If you fail, you failed, and that's it. And then you have to wait an hour before you can flip the coin again. Every time you fail, an eye on the bad side closes. Once all 7 eyes close, the coin is then gone forever.
Oh, wow.
So that was the coin, 450. Again, write down the ones you're interested in. We can always come back and do stuff. Bat Sammy has joined us late and is wondering what the hell is going on.
The shopping.
We're with Meyer.
Meyer shopping. Wing of Wizardry. The price here is $360 or $1,000. It gives the wearer +1 bonus to all Arcana checks. The $360 gives you 2 additional first-level arcane spell slots each day. That is nothing to scoff at, as I'm sure Jeremy can attest to.
Yeah.
The 1,000 gold instead gives you a +2 bonus to arcane and gives you 1 first-level spell slot and 2 second-level spell slots.
That's pretty great.
That really adds to the repertoire. Then we have Wand, next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mental purification.
Yeah, I'm looking at a different screen. Wand of Mental Purification. It brings a sense of gentle calm. Wands you can use once per day, or you can overcharge, which has a chance to ruin the wand forever. I don't recommend that, so generally it's once per day. Do I have any different prices on that?
500 and 1,400.
You can cast a level 3 Soothe spell for 500, or a level 4... what did I have?
14.
500 or 1,400.
Or a level 4 Soothe spell for 1,400. In addition, you get to counteract one. You get to make a roll to counteract 1 mental effect on the target as well. So it's a really enhanced Soothe as well.
How much healing does Soothe, level 4 Soothe do?
I don't have. I have it written down right here, so I will tell you. A level 4 does 4d10 plus 16.
Armband of Athleticism
That's a great one.
is 645 gold. When fastened to your upper arms, gives you +2 to all athletics checks permanently. And then anytime you do a climb or swim, you get an additional bonus to speed. That did come up when we were diving down into the statue area for the tomb. Horn of Blasting, 700. There's still about 15, 16 more of those of you listening. Horn of Blasting is a bright brass trumpet. It gives you a permanent +2 item bonus to performance checks.
Wow.
At one action, once per round, blowing into the horn with destructive intent, you create a blast note targeting.
I was hoping it was going to be.
You create a blast note targeting one creature within 30 feet, and they are going to take 3d6 sonic, and they have a 28 fort save to resist it. That's
Dang.
once per round. You can just keep doing
awesome.
that.
That's a great item. Holy cow.
For 2 actions, once per day, you blow even louder and create a 30-foot cone that does 8d6 damage that the cone now has to deal with.
Oh my God. Jericho just got much more powerful. Holy shit.
Messenger's Ring, 700 gold. It's a silver signet ring that must mean something to you or have your face or your organization on it. It gives you a +10 bonus to diplomacy checks.
That's 10.
A +2 bonus to diplomacy checks for 700 gold. And you can spend a minute to concentrate once per day to send out an animal messenger spell to do long-term things. Let's see. Distance. You play an image direction. You can also stretch small. The animal does its best to reach the destination within 24 hours. So 24 hours of flight, whatever it's going to do. There's a wayfinder listed there. Which one is it?
Fire.
Higher.
Elemental Wayfinder Fire. So the Wayfinder you guys may have known before. They can cast light. They can hold Aeon Stones. This one, for 700 gold, for 2 actions, once per day, can cast a level 4 fireball.
Nice. Wow.
All right. Then we have the Palanquin of Night. It's a small square of dark blue fabric that you keep with you. For 3 actions, it unfolds into a large palanquin that can hold 2 people. This is the Queen of Egypt being carried by 2. And it has 4 spectral bearers that will carry you wherever you want to go.
That's cool.
As long as the terrain's relatively even, they will just go and go and go for as long as you want.
That's really neat.
The Explorer's Yurt, 880 gold. It's a simple rolled up tent that hangs off your back, barely large enough to fit 4 creatures. And no matter what you do, it can never get rid of its smudges of dirt in various places. If you spend 10 minutes, though, you may activate this once per day, and it expands into a yurt complete with fire pit, 10 bedrolls, cooking utensils, basic food, and water. Can house and feed you and 9 other medium creatures. No survival checks to subsist. Fires and light inside the yurt do not extend outside.
How's that
Doesn't sound
cabin
useful.
feeling there?
A little impotent.
Book of Lingering Blaze, 900 gold. It's a magical book. For 1 action, if your next action is to cast an evocation spell dealing fire damage, it would become a spell book like our wizard. This would become your spell book. So if you you spend 1 action as a meta, and then your next action is to cast a fire spell. It allows you to ignore up to 10 resistance of fire of the creatures that you've cast upon.
Oh, that's nice.
That'll be shocking. Daredevil Boots, 900 gold. Risky stunts grant you the ability to succeed. +2 bonus to acrobatic checks from here on out, and +1 bonus to tumble through enemy space. And finally, they can grip surfaces to help you avoid a fall. If you fall and your hands aren't free, you can still grab an edge with the boots, if that makes visual sense. And then all falls are treated as 10 feet shorter if you fall.
Nice.
We have about 8 more left. Scope of Limning. 900 gold. It's attached to a firearm, and it is designed to light up and see the unseen. For one action, you start it up. What I'm not seeing is any time. So I am assuming at every time you would wake up, I'm dialing in the scope, and it's ready to go. We'll say it's a time of 24 hours, unless I hear otherwise. At any point after you've spent the one action, if your next strike hits a creature, so I guess then if you miss, you would have to restart it up. The impact transforms into light, and a visible creature cannot be concealed, and an invisible creature gets downgraded to concealed, so it makes them much easier to spot.
Nice.
Staff of Elemental Power Greater, 900 gold. This is similar to the staffs we've talked about before. So a wizard, Zaldor, you could put 4 charges into it. Has the Frostbite cantrip, level 1, Breathe Fire, Pummeling Rubble, Thunderstrike, level 2, Blazing Bolt, level 2, Resist Energy, level 3, Fireball and Lightning Bolt, and level 4, Resist Energy and Wall of Fire.
Holy smokes.
So you would have 4 charges, so you could cast, I think, 1 level 4 or 4 level 1. So it's not you're not casting all of those.
Or 1 level 3, 1 level 1.
Yes, you have the choices.
2s. But that's like having
Every
a whole
day.
extra book with me.
Yeah.
Then we have Fire Jump Ring, 940 gold. It's a black metal ring. Gives you a +2 bonus to athletics checks forever. For 2 actions, once per day, you stride into any fire that can contain you. And you run into that fire, and then you vanish, and you take no damage from that fire. You immediately sense any fire within 100 feet, and then emerge wherever that is.
So wait.
Wow.
Reread that again.
That is
You
Fire
run
jump
into
ring.
fire that can contain your body.
Uh-huh.
You take no damage. You disappear. You immediately sense any other fire that's large enough within 100 feet, and then can step out from that fire. You're teleporting from fire to fire.
And +2 to athletics,
Correct.
just across the board.
Item
permanently.
bonus to athletics.
And so is
Seen some
the
fireball
armbands,
combos?
armbands
For
of
sure.
athletics also
Item bonus.
okay. So they wouldn't stack.
All right, last 4, and then we are out of here with these items, and you guys can start talking about things. Charm of Resistance. This is, which level did I give you?
975.
975.
Right.
You choose acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. This does not require a rune on your armor, and gives you resistance 10 to that.
Holy shit.
And you choose it one time,
One
and then
time.
that's what
Yep,
it is?
That's what
Okay.
you're buying.
Can you have more than one charm on you at a time?
You can.
wow.
You would want different ones, obviously.
Yes.
Blast
I want
foot.
4 charms.
Blast foot are big boots with mechanical attachments to them. And once every 10 minutes, you can blast off from the ground, and you gain the benefits of the jump spell, jumping 30 feet in any direction, including up. For 2 actions, once per day, you blast from your feet, creating a 15-foot cone of 4d6 force damage, trying to do some damage with people. You blast some fire at them.
Nice. Rocket boot.
They can fly now.
All right, Scarab Cuirass. This is leather armor. For those of you that do leather armor, it's 1,000 gold. This does, it's +1. It is resilient, +1 to all saving throws. It is deathless. As a reaction once per day, you can reduce the value of a doomed or wounded that just came at you. That's insane. And then for 2 actions, you can cast a level 1 pest form to become a scarab beetle. Oh, and you also gain resistance 5 to negative damage.
Oh, that's
That's
interesting.
interesting.
What's the AC on that?
Whatever leather armor is.
Like 17, something like that.
Thereabouts, yeah.
You've got leather armor, right, Jericho?
Studded leather.
So what's
I
your
have
AC?
regular leather armor. My AC's 25.
So be around 25.
Well, but you have a high dex.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
4.
All right, and the last item is Sturdy Shield Moderate. It's 1,000 gold. It has 104 hit points and has a hardness of 13, which allows you to absorb quite a bit of crazy stuff. Oh God, I didn't even think about that.
My shield ally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your shield ally?
Increases hardness by 2, and its hit points and break increase by half. So it'd be 1,500. I'm sorry, it'd be 152, 156, and a hardness of 15.
So just like
Resist
literally
15.
plus
Yeah.
50%.
I think I'm going to be switching off my fish shard.
Yeah, it's
here.
interesting.
I think we're going to be talking about.
Stack
Sword
that
and
with
board?
your
Then
retaliation.
I think you
rune.
might be grabbing that extendomatic as well, maybe.
You guys can just I'm just going to take the whole gem. And
That's not that
I'm going to
much.
become a resistance god, and I could very easily take all that money.
So, what I say is you guys maybe figure this out amongst yourselves between the weeks. Decide who's going to spend what. Come up with a budget. You can divide it by 5, whatever you want.
I'm gonna guess Seth just didn't take a picture of this.
And you guys will get that going. Christopher, you can just be envious from the distance.
Divide by 6.
Divide by
No, we will
5.
not be dividing by 6. So, assuming we have almost exactly 22,000 gold, we have maybe a couple gold over that. Divided by 5, that's 4,400 each. If we're all spending an allocated amount of 4,400
Will
each.
not be spending that
Yeah,
much.
I probably won't be spending that much. I might get spend.
Well, then Yannick and
3,000.
Galen will.
Because I could spend the whole thing just by myself, but
I can definitely see 6,000 going to you real comfortably.
I mean,
For
yeah,
just getting yourself a bunch of charms.
Oh, the
shield
the
of-
charms,
the
the
room,
extending room. He's got the shield stuff. There's the
well, the retaliation shield rune and the sturdy shield are probably the big two that I would
that's
want.
Automatic there.
Something like armbands of athleticism to give myself a +2
Yeah.
athletics would be great. That's 2,600. Maybe
What's your athletics right now?
it is plus
Mhm.
15.
Okay.
And athletics also plays on my intimidating prowess and a couple other things as well.
Just on offshoot, I asked Meyer about if he has any firearms for sale at this level or any level.
He can sell you any of the firearms that are available in the Pathfinder system if you want to change up your type of firearm, but doesn't have anything custom.
And I think we should also, buy a handful of, elixirs of life.
Yeah.
Make sure there's a couple life shots that, and to me, that's a communal piece too, because that's, you're using it to bring other people back to life. So it's shouldn't be necessarily a personal
I got
expense.
my shopping done.
I know they're expensive. I would love to get everyone a jump ring. A
What do
fire
you
jump
like?
ring.
Well,
The horn.
What?
The horn.
So the Horn of Blasting, a +2 to performance. That's my primary skill check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like a +2 to all your attacks.
that's huge.
Just as far as the healing, I can't use the Ring of Wizardry is actually better because it would give me 3 spell slots.
Yeah.
So 3 separate, but I can't use it
Can
because you have to be an arcane caster. I am not Bards are not arcane casters. So the Wand of Mental Purification is just a big, fat, gigantic heal.
Yeah. That
for
you
other
could pull.
people.
And
it clears some of these nasty things that are coming up.
yeah, I mean, and honestly, if somebody's going to be able, I think you having that wand, you would have good opportunities to utilize it for advantage as well.
There's only one of each of these items that we're looking at, the permanent items.
But like the Ring of Wizardry, like 3 spell slots.
Yeah, it's
Seems
a
super
boost
good for you.
for
Yeah,
sure.
there's only one of the permanent items.
Okay.
So you can only get one charm.
But there are one charm of each type, though, correct?
Yes.
Mm.
And then if other people aren't going to take them, I like don't know if you're interested in that leather armor or not.
Yeah. for
Okay, you
sure.
take it then. Then I would just look at maybe that fortune's coin because I'm rolling all these. I want people to roll things stuff,
Yeah.
and I would have a free hand all the time to be holding it
Oh, interesting.
because I don't hold a weapon.
You would have a. What do you have in your other hand?
Usually nothing,
A
but I could have
ukulele.
a horn of blasting as my,
That's one-handed.
and I could have a coin in the other hand, and that could just be my standard as I do them stuff.
So the wand
kinda
and the
thing.
horn and the
Because
coin.
all those checks I'm doing, performance checks and everything, it would be useful for that. And then I would just buy some elixirs of life.
Yeah, that's great.
24 plus 7.
And y'all are crazy. I'm going to be the most comfortable
Which
dude.
would put me at 3K if I bought 3 of the big elixirs of life.
I'm
I
going
would
to be the
spend
most
3K of the money.
comfortable dude in Thave. I'm going to have that Palanquin of Night. I'm going to have that Explorer's Yurt. Like, I'm just going to go off in the desert and do some ayahuasca and live my best life, man.
You're gonna quit adventuring and just and just go live the life of a hermit. Well, if you get the the wand of mental purification is just 450. Is that right? Or no, Fortune's coin was 450.
Fortune's coin,
Fortune's coin's
450.
450. Ring of Wizardry was the 360.
360.
Right.
If I
So
take the wand, the
1400
horn,
for the
coin,
nice
and 3 of the
wand.
big
Yeah.
elixirs of life, that's exactly
And then horn
4K.
of blasting. Yeah,
Excuse me, 3K.
I mean that's great. I think
Exactly 3K. Less than my allotment, but I'm
Yeah.
smaller.
I don't need
Don't
as
forget.
much.
I don't know if I heard resistance rune. Did you say that?
Nope.
Recommend that one for 340 to every single person here. +1 to every single save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
But there are no potency armor runes listed here. So we got to. Oh, wait. Did you say the resistance rune count? You need the potency to use that?
You do not.
You do not.
Do
Okay.
not.
So
It's like the striking
there's one on top of that, right?
for the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have time to think about it, talk about it,
Yeah.
figure out the allocation. Figure we have about 22,000 to spend between the 5 of us.
Yeah, we don't need to do this on air right
no,
now.
we need
No.
to wrap it up.
All right.
Well, we've got to level up too. We've got all the time that we need to spend on that. So
One of us just died. Have some respect.
Yes. All right. Well, then we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Next week, when we return, we will begin with leveling up to level 8 and getting everybody to level 8. I'm very excited to see. We'll have level 8 and not a moment too soon, or maybe a moment too late, depending upon how you look at it. And we'll hear what items they bought. And proceeding into this city, it's going to be another banger of an episode next week. Until then, we'll see you next time.
thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.